Listening to the official president, Nicki Minaj, dirty money all day, nigga. AKA sitting in your favorite rapper's face, AKA
Building.
holla at your girl. You gotta love me, baby. Gravy, what up? Get the fat ass in the booth, nigga.
And we are live on YouTube. Let's get this show started.
Oh, wait, where's Keith? Is Keith around?
Damn.
So shout out to Keith for breaking it. Look,
it's not just me. I'm with the culture feeling.
Maybe Queez been on their ass, so they don't want to say nothing that Queez can run to Twitter with.
Hey, what?
Do your research. Go ask Keith.
Because shout out to Queez. Queez has some good tea, and it's TBT and tea. So
he's good.
It's not the it factor. It's the culture factor. The way that it's just being delivered, the way that it's said.
Okay, see.
Okay, I'm real.
What the fuck is up? I am in a good ass mood. Let me stop cussing. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. We're live on YouTube. It is January 6th. It's Friday. And I'm in a good ass mood. I always come to Twitter because I know this is where I put everything on my motherfucking Twitter page. I don't even know why I have my notifications up. Let me go over to. Am I on this tab? No, this is where my DMs is open. Close that shit. Home, click my page. All right, what's good, everybody? So, we got some things to talk about today. When we live though, we just be kicking this shit today. So, how's everybody doing? I've been having a wonderful day. I don't know if it's because I have been working out more. But I honestly haven't been like I used to smoke like 50 times a day, 7 days a week. I haven't been smoking every day, but I have like this natural high and vibrant energy that's going on from working out. And not that, like I've worked out before, but like I used to be a gym person before, but now, and I've been smoking since I was like 15 years old. I have not stopped, but not that I'm not smoking right now either, but not smoking every day. I still am like on 10, just like, but. I just been having better days every day. So what's good? We have some things to talk about. I really don't even know what the name of the title is. I have to look at my list to know what we're about to talk about. Kanye was not on my list at first, but Kanye is on Twitter acting a fool. So we're going to start with Kanye today, actually. I think I have another Twitter tab open. We're on this one, right? All right, so yeah. Let's go to Ye. Share this tab. Let's go to Kanye. Kanye's tweaking out. Y'all know I love me my Geminis. I'm a Gemini. This man, he's on the internet wilding. Type it too fast. Here we go. Okay, so let's start with Kanye tweeted Free Puff. And I'm mad this is not my title because I really had no idea that he was gonna do this. Is this who? Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Free Puff. That was red flag number one. That was my problem. I'm gonna say Free Puff. Then all these celebrities y'all watch our brother rot and never say, yo, Kanye is sick in the head. Hold on. Somebody just sent me something that I gotta make sure I highlight. Cause this don't even. I'm confused. Like I'm a Gemini, but this too much. Like this has to be with the bipolar because I don't act like this. We all watch them take Chris and ain't nobody. We all watch take Chris Brown and ain't nobody do nothing. I was PUSSY then to Chris Brown is till the wheels fall off. Now this is a true statement. All these celebrities do be. They're not like that. Most of them. Some of them might be, but a lot of them, they're not like that. They're really not like that. Then the Chris Brown part is true. But the Free Puff thing has me a little bit confused. And then we come over here. These are text messages that Diddy shared with him and Puff. He said, Puff said, as soon as I land, we'll meet face to face. Send me an address. Kanye said, F you, you fed. And so I'm just confused about what Diddy has to do with all of these celebrities being vagina. I can't cuss because we're on YouTube. We can cuss on Twitch and Twitter, but on that YouTube, I got to keep it. Well, you know, I'm not monetized yet. I'm gonna cuss on this bitch. So, anyways, look, cuss all I want. I forgot I'm not getting paid for this shit. Hell yeah, I'm a fucking cuss. The fuck? Hell yeah. I forgot I was doing this shit for free. So, anyways, yeah, Kanye is right. See, it like I'm a whole different person when I can't cuss. I swear to God. Now I can cuss so much as well. So, let me go back to where that. We was on Kanye, right? We was on Kanye. Lord of mine. We was on Kanye right here, right? What? I have so many things to say. This is all I'm gonna really say about Kanye tweaking ass because this man be acting a fool. Kanye is cut from the same cloth as all of the people that he talks about. Kanye act like he don't want to be of the industry, but Kanye, how I feel about Kanye, I feel like, you know, I said this to my people the other day. I said Kanye is that boy who we all like, not we all, because damn sure, well, me too. We all have childhood trauma that we're still trying to kick, right? He was that nerdy black boy that got caught gay and got bullied, that grew up in Chicago around all them hood niggas, and nobody would accept him. And then he got popular, and then he started being able to fuck them niggas bitches, and then he switched up his tune, and his ego started switching because he was now completely in the opposite of what he was growing up, like, you know, being that boy that got bullied, and now he got to be the cool kid on top of them niggas that never accepted him. That's how I feel about Kanye. Like that's truly how I feel. And so that's separate from the other thought that I had, but that's just one thing that I think dictates how he acts right now. But honestly, I shouldn't even, like, we're not at 500 yet. I shouldn't even be starting the show yet, but we already did the intro, so it don't matter. We're on YouTube and Twitch, so I can't even go back to the music. I feel like whatever, and I don't know what this is about. I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I'm not Kanye. God knows what he be talking about. But as it pertains to the industry, Diddy, Kanye is cut from the same cloth as Jay and Diddy. In fact, he learned from the niggas. This man just had his wife walking the red carpet naked, and somebody said something that was very important. He better hope they don't ever break up because she'll be sitting on somebody's couch crying, talking about he forced her to do that. Kanye is a sexual deviant. This is the same man that said he asked Safari if he could have a threesome with Nicki Minaj. And mind you, this never got brought to. Let's be clear on this. He ain't never had no type of sexual interaction with Nicki. Wasn't going for that weirdo. But it's just the type of person that he is. He's a sexual deviant. He's a self-admitted sex addict. He's been around all these devils, and he likes doing business with the devil. He wants to be, honestly, how I feel about Kanye, I feel like he wants to be Jay still. And the sad part is Kanye doesn't understand that just by being who he is, he's already more popping than all of these niggas that he still feels some type of way about. You feel me? Y'all can watch me scroll on my screen while we're talking. I'm scrolling. This in-person autobody, I'm not saying. All these people acting like they was at Rolling Loud. She wasn't at Rolling Loud. This is a bot. You was not at Rolling Loud, bot. Anyways. Like, yo. How a bot gonna come in my comments talk about what? Yo, the internet is not real. The internet is not real. Lordy Jesus. Lordy Jesus, come save us. My Lord and Savior, come save us. Yeah, Kanye will always be a musical genius. Kanye will always be, like, his place in culture is so unmovable, not movable, that outside of Nicki and Drake, are we seeing prime Kanye? No, but Kanye's still on a run. This nigga is still on a run. He just went number one last year, number one album, number one single, independent, blackball. This man's on a run. This man is one of them. Right now, hip hop is in new uncharted territory. We're in a place right now in hip hop where we have Drake and Nicki going on 17, 18 years, Kanye going on 20 years, and they're still as hotter than all of the new artists. I won't even say hotter than all of the new artists. Like Kanye, Nicki, and Drake Nicki and Kanye both being 40 plus. Drake about to touch 40. Rappers used to have an expiration date of 40. It's looking like they're not showing no signs of slowing down, and that has not been seen in hip hop before. Like, for real, has not been seen in hip hop before. For people to be going on a run this long and still be outselling all of the new acts, and their records not be broken and still be setting new records. Like, we've never seen that before. And so, man, like, it's exciting watching them navigate, because if we don't let the culture get snatched from us, they're really writing the blueprint. Like, we're watching history be made in real time, like we've been doing since they all came to the scene. They're writing the blueprint on how to do this, like how to have longevity in hip hop. Hip hop is one of those genres where you do it for 5, maybe 10 years if you're lucky. Then you sit down and you have to try and do something else to hopefully make money. Unlike singers who are singing to their 60, 70, 80, it's looking like Drake, Nicki, and Kanye could do this until they want to. It's looking like there's no signs of slowing down. Like, serious. Unlike whereas someone like, I'll say Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z's still around, but Jay-Z's still around like on the business side. The youth is not looking to Jay-Z for music. The youth is not bumping Jay-Z's music like how they bumping Tupac music, to be honest. But the new generations continue to gravitate towards Nicki, towards Drake, towards Kanye. Like, it's crazy to watch that we're sitting and watching history be made, and people don't never get it till later, and people don't never appreciate it or want to give flowers. We talk about giving flowers all the time. I was just sitting here talking about, I don't know the fuck Kanye talking about, because I think he sounds crazy with the shit he's saying. However, just the genius that all three of them have to possess. Because let me tell you something. You've been doing it this long, it's not luck. It's not luck. There's not even a possibility that it's luck if you've been doing it for this long. So to be witnessing them do what they're doing, and to be doing it as long as they have at the level that they're doing it and still sustaining it, I mean, my hats just have to go off to them. Now, I keep trying to remember what I put in the title, because I have stuff on my list that's not in the title, but I want to talk about the title stuff first. But honestly, I wanted to let's because I cut, like, y'all wasn't said, like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all was not appreciating me, y'all wasn't retweeting, y'all wasn't no money. I got the fuck off here last night. But I do want to pick up where we left off last night, just to because I think it's important. Power 100 Billboard. Just to, like, we gotta talk about these things. So Billboard Power 100 2025 list. So this list right here, let me see if I got y'all on the screen. I gotta fix it. Add to the stage. There we go. This right here, right? This is the list of who Billboard feels is the top 100 most powerful CEO, not powerful CEOs, powerful executives in music. So if I'm not recapping. You're gonna have to go watch my last video on YouTube, my last live video. But Michael Rapino of Live Nation, number 1. And I said I feel like the number 1 and number 2 slots, definitely. I contemplated it for a little bit while we were on live, and I said, this makes sense to me. Like, they have the 2 biggest companies in music. There's nothing bigger than Live Nation. Live Nation's bigger than Spotify. And Universal is the biggest label and biggest company / label. Number 3, which we didn't get to, Rob Stringer of Sony Music Group. Let me see who else. Honestly, I would put, I don't know about every CEO, like, how well they do business. So I can only go off of the companies that they're the CEOs of. But just because you're the CEO of the company or a founder of a company don't mean you're doing the work. Like, so I would have to go investigate a little bit more. I know how Irving runs business. I know how Robert do business. I know about some of the things he's done. I know about Lior. I don't know Jay or anything about what he does. I do know John Platt. So let's see what these rankings and let's continue to go down the list and see what it's looking like. Rob Stringer, Sony Music CEO. Sony Music quietly carved its own path in 2024, eschewing the big restructuring announcements and big layoffs trumpeted by its label group rivals. We don't even put out press releases about the things we do, which I know sometimes is a little bit annoying, Stringer told Bloomberg in October. The company made several significant moves. However, Chief among them, in the space of 12 months, Sony completed expensive deals for Pink Floyd's recording catalog, Queen's music assets, Michael Jackson's music assets. Now, this is why I said I have to look more into these people as CEOs, because do I know who these people are? Yes, but when you're listing him as the third best and most powerful CEO of music right now, not just powerful, but best, meaning you do business the best. Was he leading this deal for Pink Floyd and Michael Jackson's music assets, or did somebody under him at Sony do it and he took credit for it? Because, you know, CEOs will do things and then, I mean, other people will do things and then the CEO will get credit, even though people are working under their directions. There are some CEOs that everybody else is doing shit for them and they're not really doing much, but getting 50% of Michael Jackson's assets, that is a big deal, because y'all know, it was a big deal about them winning Mike's catalog and the publishing that he has. Sony reportedly spent over $2 billion on these transactions as part of an ongoing bet on the enduring power of legacy superstars in the streaming era. I agree with that. We're going to talk about that in a second. Spotify is getting close to maturity, particularly in the English language markets, Stringer explained. So if you look at the dynamics of the marketplace, it means that the percentage of people listening to older music is higher. Now, this is something I love. This is why we're doing the informative before we do the entertaining, because this is the shit that I get into. This is my line. I be researching all day. So let's bring up Luminate. But I feel like I posted this. I feel like I posted this on my page. Let me see. I feel like I posted about this on my page from Luminate. But I'm gonna have to do an advanced search because Twitter do not let me see anything. Hip hop. But I just want to talk about what is said in that article, because this is true, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about why that may be as well, because it's interesting. But I just want to make sure that I have the data pulled up. And I do like to brag a little bit and let y'all know that I be ahead of the curve all the time, because I really be over here researching. So, am I sharing this? Let me see. Let me check. Yeah, we on this. All right, so here we are. By the way, my KCA people, baby girl, Tiff, Ambi, somebody let me know if they want to co-host, because y'all be having me up here every day by myself. It's time to get the fuck on the live with the kid. In 2024, hip hop and R&B were once again the top genres in the US based on audio streaming volume. Hip hop and R&B has amassed over 300 billion on-demand streams in 2024. These streaming numbers were down from 2023, however, which means though hip hop was still the most streamed genre, it was down from 2023. So there, that when you looking at it from like the CEO standpoint, that's something to think about too. Dwindling, but why did it dwindle last year? If we look at all the releases from last year, I would understand. Though hip hop is leading the pack, half of those on-demand audio streams from the genre come from back catalog, meaning old music and not currently released music, indicating that the new wave of hip hop artists aren't getting their music played half as much as legacy artists. Top genres are as follows: hip hop, R&B, rock and roll, pop, country, Latin, dance, and electronic. These are the top 6 most streamed genres in the country, you guys. And if we pull up the chart, this yellow here, this is current music. The yellow is current artists, things that have been released in the last 18 months. The darker blue is catalog, the last 18 to 60 months. So 12, 24, 36, 48. So like the last 5 years. This here, this catalog, this blue is from like the last 5 years. And then deep catalog would be 5 years back and more. So anything back from not this decade. So this dark blue here, the dark blue that you see in here, this would be stuff from the 2020s decade and on, basically. This yellow stuff will be current stuff the last 18 months. And then this light blue here, that's catalog music. What does this mean? What does this mean? Exactly what he just said over here in the article. The older music is getting streamed more than newer music, which is crazy because that music all came out so long ago before the streaming era where you had to have CDs and you had to go out and purchase the songs and stuff. So the fact that the older music is getting streamed more than the newer music means that the newer music is not connecting with audiences as much. That means people like probably in my age demographic and a little bit younger are still connecting with older artists, which I know to be true because a lot of people that's like 10 years younger than me that love Nicki and Drake and are discovering their old music and listen to Michael Jackson, listen to all this old stuff. But a lot of this new music, I told y'all that when for my people that's on YouTube and Twitch, I get on Twitter and I play music before I go live. So we was playing music for like an hour, and I was telling them like I like to, put them on the music, and I feel like especially with hip hop, I don't get what I want from rap as much. So I really only be listening to Nicki and Drake like that. Like there's other people I listen to obviously, but like especially me, like I like all types of music, but I don't have enough. Like there's ignorant music, you feel me? There's ignorant music out today, but I like my ignorant turn up on the ops music. I do like my op music. I love my op music. But the niggas that's make I said I'm not monetized. Fuck, I can cuss. I forgot. We cussing. Fuck it. We not PG-13. We X-rated. The niggas that make the op music now, the hood music, them niggas is so low IQ and unintellectual and so stupid and so basic, and the music be I'm a coochie scout. Like, nah, like you feel me? Like niggas used to really get busy, but still used to talk about turning up on the ops, but still was rapping. Like, I don't want to hear this bullshit that be coming out most of the time, but that's not to say that there's not current artists that still don't get busy outside of Nicki and Drake. There are, I listen to them, but the majority of it is Nicki and Drake because they still get busy. Now I will say this. Drake had me back with Her Loss, and then he lost me with For All the Dogs because I went back and tried to listen to it last night. Still trash. The album is still trash. I could tell that Lil Yachty helped him pick that track list. And it's crazy because before For All the Dogs came out, when Her Loss came out, he was killing it. He put out the single, Slime You Out. He did the On the Radar freestyle. Drake was killing it. Like, Drake was killing it. And he just gave a lackluster album after killing it like that. It's crazy. But as always, I already posted about what the CEO nigga was talking about from Sony. Older music is getting streamed more than newer music, and that's a problem. That means you new niggas is not, y'all not getting no money. But of course y'all not getting no money or nothing like that. You can see it. Like, you can see it. Y'all is living off brand deals and stuff because the music is really not selling. Y'all not even making y'all labels no money back from the music. They got to go pimp y'all out to go do brand deals. Back to this Billboard list. Been on the chart so long, I told Billboard to dust it. These sheep ain't got the nerve. I heard I done struck it. It ain't a hate train. All right, let me get back to this. Let me zoom in so y'all can see. All right, I'm not even gonna zoom. I just hit the. All right, that's better. I think it's better. Let me see. I could zoom in a little bit more. It could be a little bit clearer. Let me hit that one more time. 100%. Is 100% good? Yeah. All right, that's legible. That's legible. So there were victories in the new music department as well. SZA, Luke Combs finished in the top 10 of Billboard's year-end top artist chart. SZA is the Sony artist, if you guys don't know. Everybody, TDE is like a Rock Nation. And it's like they manage but are a label, but they have to get funding from a major company too. They're independent, but they still have to go get partner with these different labels. So TDE has artists on Sony, and they also have artists on Universal through their subsidiary labels, RCA, Interscope, Capitol. So SZA is on Sony, even though she's also on TDE. Sony gives the budget. While singles from, so let's see. Let's do what I was doing with the team the other day. Let's just so y'all understand. So right now they're saying Sony CEO is the second most powerful CEO in music under Lucian Grange. Third, not second, third. Now I'm not gonna go in order because I want to bounce around this list a little bit. We have Robert Nickel, who is the CEO of Warner Music Group, and this already is what made me feel like, right? Just because you are a CEO at one of the big three companies does not make you more powerful or a better businessman than somebody that may be at a label versus the company, because I seen this when I was looking at this last night. You got Avery and Monty, right? not even in the top 10. You have Avery and Monty at number 12, but Avery and Monty have been carrying Universal Records for the last 10, 15 years. If there was no Republic Records right now, Universal would be under Sony. So just based off of the fact of that alone and what Avery and Monty was able to build, and let's go look at Republic Records roster real quick, because it just don't make no sense. It makes no sense that they're not in the top 10. And this is where the music nerd in me comes out. Because it makes zero sense that they would not be in the top 10 of CEOs. But then you have the Warner CEO, whose company is $3 billion in debt because they was relying on Atlantic Records, and the Warner Records artists were flopping, and they had to clean house and restructure. I don't what has he actually done to make him the sixth best? Now, powerful maybe, because Warner is still a powerful music group, a powerful company. But what is the criteria for this list? Let's see. The cover. Oh wow. This you know what's crazy? This list is the issue that came out with Kai's cover story. I didn't know that. That's big. Kai's doing his big one. This list came out with the Billboard edition of Kai's cover story. That's cool. Let's see, distributor. So instead of going directly in order, that's interesting. I want to see that too. So we have the leaderboard labels. Avery and Monty have to be the number one for labels, right? Yep. So when we take it from, all right, let's break the list down like this. So we have the Power 100 list, right? And we have the leaderboard. This is what all the executives in music, not just the record labels. This is what all the executives from. We have Spotify, we have Live Nation, we have little distribution companies, everyone in music. I want to look strictly at the labels right now, because this is exactly what I was saying, because I was about to start cussing people out. But I see how they did it, and I see why they did it, and now it's making a little bit more sense to me. They had the overall, and of course, you're going to have the big three CEOs in the top 10 regardless, because their companies are that powerful. They're the big three companies over every label. But before I even looked at this and knew, like I said, there is without a shadow of a doubt, there is no way in hell that you can have a list if you're ranking the top CEOs of music, and then if we're going strictly off record labels, it's always going to be Republic Records, probably still for the next 10 years. No one could do nothing with them. They have built something that, like, business-wise, inspires me to want to get on my shit for my business, because what they have been able to do with Republic Records is crazy. Crazy. I mean, when you see who's all on this one label, you like, damn. And I mean, like, even legacy, like, you have Amy Winehouse, Ariana Grande, Iris Starr, Birdman, which would be part of Young Money, but that's still big. Birdman, Daddy Yankee, Drake, Daniel Caesar, Herbo. You got Metros on this label, which I know. I don't care about Jacquees, but I guess Jacquees. I'm talking about the big ones. John Legend, Legacy, Jonas Brothers, Kid Cudi, Kim Petras, Liam Payne, Lil Wayne, Lindsay having a record deal is crazy. Lord is old, but still, just you got to think about the last 10 years too. This label has been music. Miranda Lambert is big. Metro. I'm just naming the biggest ones. You got Nicki, Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter. That's crazy because that's crazy for a different reason. But Stevie Wonder, rest in peace. You got Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, Twice, which is the K-pop group. Never listened to them, but I do know they put numbers up on the board. And that is the Republic Records roster. And just off Taylor, The Weeknd, Ariana, Nicki Minaj, Drake. Post Malone is also on here. I don't know if I scroll past him, but Post Malone is on Republic unless something changed. I'm gonna have to Google that. But Post Malone was on Republic unless that changed. I don't see him up here, so maybe Post Malone. Hold on, let me see. That's crazy. Post Malone is Republic Records. I'm reading, you guys. I'm reading. Relaunch Mercury Records. Okay, so Republic Records relaunched Mercury, added Post Malone. 2022, they said they was preventing him from dropping. But it doesn't say anything about him leaving. Well, I'm still gonna say that Republic Records is responsible for Post Malone. So I mean, you have not only the like Ari Taylor, Drake, Nicki, The Weeknd, Post Malone, and there's others, but I'm just talking about like those 6 right there are carry. Wayne, about to drop, about to carry. Metro, you feel me? So just off that alone, Republic is eating. Now there's other labels that's eating good. Don't get me wrong, because as we go down this list and we look at people's roster, there are people with some crazy rosters. Atlantic Records is not one of those people. Atlantic Records got to have like the wackest roster in music right now. SZA's extended version of SOS will reboot. How many damn deluxes this whole got? In word to me too. Let me say something too, SZA, you op ass. SZA, you TDE op ass niggas. Y'all know how I feel about TDE right now. And I talk how I talk because I'm not Joe Budden on them. You industry niggas really do not scare me. Y'all put fear on all these other niggas that do this shit heart. Y'all do not put fear in my heart. I say what the fuck I want. SZA, I really don't. Y'all are the ops, but I that don't mean I can't like something. This song better be on it. If you chasing the charts like that, SZA, this song right here better be on that.
Ain't got nobody to keep him in line. Too ahead of his time. He got nickels and dimes to keep him occupied, I guess. Addicted to the sound of my distress. The brain gun is a wheel thumbing through the pages, doing numbers like it ain't going up outside. Everything sucks, I might just get going in your niggas and be my own king. I'm sick of pretending like I ain't holy. Bobby ain't got nobody to keep.
This song, since SZA's releasing again on Sunday, like how many deluxes is you gonna release? You releasing a deluxe of a deluxe of a deluxe, like damn. Whatever, it's none of my business. It's none of my business. I mean, could you imagine if everybody cheated like that for sales? I mean, I'm not even gonna bring my girl into it, but that's crazy. She already released a deluxe and she's releasing, what does this say? What are they calling it? An extended version? The fuck is the difference between an extended and a fucking deluxe? That's crazy to me. You're releasing a deluxe and an extended. Either way, right? I want this song to be on there. So I'm gonna go harass Punch and SZA on Twitter. Now that's crazy, right? I will talk all this shit. They go up there and go ask them for a song because guess what? It don't be personal to me. I just be up here giving my opinion. Now I always want to say that unless you don't like Nicki Minaj, it's not personal. Swear to God. Unless you got an issue with Nicki, you don't have an issue with me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have an issue with Nicki for me to really not like you in real life. But other than that, I just be up here giving my opinions, and some of y'all may not like my opinion. And a lot of other times I'm up here spitting the facts. The facts be ugly and my opinions hurt. Oh well. It don't be personal. I don't have no personal issue with nobody. Unless you don't like Nicki Minaj, then I don't like you and you can suck a dick. Word to the gods. You can suck a dick if you don't like Nicki Minaj. And I'm always on that type of time and I'm always on that energy. Fuck you talking about. All right, back to our list. I got mad tabs open now. So, Avery and Monty, well deserved. All they do is produce hits, and I don't literally mean produce as in they're the producers. I mean produce as in business-wise. They have a wonderful business model. Obviously, a lot of the big artists at Republic, a lot of the people at Republic seem to be happy. A record label is going to be a record label. It's not going to be perfect. It's still a part of the system. But it's just like being in corporate America. Like you still got to get up and go to work, right? Because you're working a part of the corporate America system, and y'all may not even know how deep that goes. But it's the same thing with these musicians. It's like we're still in the system, and we have to work with the system. But who is best to work with within this tricky system? And I think Republic is definitely one of those people. If you can see the type of label that Republic is, they're not a label that's going to do the work for you. And I've noticed that from day one. With Republic, which is why it worked out so great with Nicki and Drake, you still have to go out and build on your own. And they can add on to what you build and make it go crazy. But Republic Records is not one of those record labels, from my understanding, that we're pushing a button and then boom, and we're putting all this money into you and then boom. As a matter of fact, I I think that Wendy, who is the president of Heavy on It and Republic, Heavy on It, says something about that. So let me go pull up what Wendy said so y'all can get a better idea of what I'm talking about. If I could find it, if I uploaded the right part of the video, because I seen the interview, but I don't know which part I uploaded on Twitter last year because it was so long ago. Let's see.
I'm just wondering.
So this is the president of co-president of Republic Records, but still president of Heavy on It, talking a little bit about Republic.
Great. For every Roots success, Weekend success, like how many failures are there? Like, do you cast a wide net in signing artists, or do you focus on a very select few and you just go all in on them?
It's different now. So because I'm also running an A&R department, as an A&R department, we throw a very wide net. Me personally, I now focus on, I guess, our A list of artists myself. So the success ratio is actually much better. But as Republic Records, we do cast a wide net.
Can any label, though, really cast a wide net? Like when you and I were first coming up, and this is no aspersion on them because they were extraordinarily successful, but Atlantic Records was known as really just throwing anything up against the wall and seeing what stuck. And they had a lot of stuff stick.
Yeah.
No label can really do that anymore, can you? When it's $1 million is kind of your entry
It all
level?
depends. You know, we structure deals differently. We have a lot of different tiers of deals. Sometimes we'll do deals with virtually unknowns, get in super early. No, not a lot of upfront money, not a lot of stuff, and we'll put the music out and see what happens. If you wait and watch an act and sit back, all of a sudden, you know, these hip hop deals lately have been absolutely, especially in the States, have been absolutely insane. Rappers wanting $2 million for like one marginal maybe record. So, you know, we try to do a combination of both, but we like to cast a pretty wide net.
Basically, we're not throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks over here at Republic Records. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Better business. I like the way they do business over there at Republic. That's why they shit is hitting the way it's hitting. I fuck with Republic Records now. They're still part of the system, like I said, but if I'm going to choose my devil, I'm going to choose Republic Records. And it's not even just because Nicki is over there. I really like look at the material, look at the results, look at come on now. Let's ask Google. Best selling label in music. But see, it's gonna say Universal, but Universal is not a label, it's a company. Well, it's not gonna gag how I wanted to because the AI is gonna say Universal, but Republic is the biggest label at Universal. What is the biggest label at Universal Music? Republic Records. There we go. That's the gag I was looking for. So when you see Universal Music being the biggest record company in music, you see right behind them Republic Records. There's nobody touching Republic. Now Capitol Interscope do got them some tight little rosters over there as well, but nobody's touching Republic. It's different with Republic Records. And this is why I could be on live for 10 hours because we haven't even got off this Billboard list yet, and I've been talking for like an hour. I'm very long-winded, and I could talk about one thing for a long time before we move on. We have a lot to talk about tonight. But I always have to give my reasoning and show you guys that I actually know what I'm talking about. Wendy's name should be up here too. I don't like that Wendy's name is not up here. Wendy does a lot. That I know personally, she does a lot because I be researching music. She does a lot. She's a part of a lot. All those hit, like she had like Ariana Grande, Wendy's A&R in those projects. The Weeknd, when Nicki restructured her deal from Young Money to go to Republic, she was working with Wendy, and it's been nothing but hits. Like Wendy's name should definitely be up here, but I know who Rappo is too. So yeah, Republic definitely. I mean, it's Republic Records. You know what I'm saying? Like they're the biggest. Like there's There's nobody doing it like Republic. I don't even have to keep naming the people that's on the label. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should just know they're the biggest. It's Republic. So this number one spot is well deserved. But I still think that on the overall because I guess we're breaking it down, right? We have label groups, which would be it's only 3. 1, 2, 3. Label group. Well, I mean the big 3, but I guess there's a couple other. But we have the record companies, which would be label groups. We have the record labels. We have the distributors. I hope you follow my cursor right here. We have the distributors. We have live music, multi-sector. We have publishing, streaming and radio, talent agencies, finance agencies, legal agencies, rights organizations for the artists, associations, and then industry activists. Those are the categories for most powerful executives in music. If you guys don't know, it's broken down by subcategory, and then there's an overall. Right now, we're focused on the label category. Avery and Monty, Republic Records, number one CEOs, number one label on this list. Overall, in all of music, ranked number 12. That's still pretty good. I still should say they should be in the top 10. They should be in the top 10. But number one for the label part, definitely agree. That's 100%. Yeah. Capitol Records CEO John Janik at number 2. Let's go pull up Capitol Records roster. Capitol Records. Let's go pull up who's on Capitol Records before I get into this. Which they have a pretty all right roster. So let's go look at Capitol Records roster. Their CEO has been ranked the number 2 most powerful and best. To the powerful and best, meaning the business is good, but also you have the power. And on the label side, out of all the record labels like Def Jam, Universal, Republic, RCA, Atlantic, all of those are the labels. So they're saying the Sony CEO is at number 2. We have Doechii, she's a flop. Ice Spice, she's a flop. Katy Perry, my good sis, has been flopping. Tusi has 1 hit. Yeet is on his come up. I'll give him that. This Troy man, he sells music in white people land. I'm looking for the artists with the hits. Hold on. Let me start from the top because me and Tiff looked at this the other day and I could have swore that there were. Maybe we didn't look at Capitol. Tiff, did we look at Capitol? Because I don't think we looked at Capitol. Aerosmith, Babyface, news. I'm trying to look for who's on here right now that has them popping. Have to be okay, but this is all back catalog. You feel me? This is all back catalog. All back catalog. I'm looking for. That's it. Nah. I don't even see Uzi's demonic wife on here. That's not all the artists. That says current. What? Confused, mate. Confused. That's it. Nah, there's no way. There's no way that this is their roster and this nigga is ranked number 2. There's no way. There's no way. This is their roster. Come on. There's no way. 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 And see, this is why I need a co-host, because I know, like, I be feeling like I'm tripping. Hold on. Give me 1 sec, people, because now I gotta chat about this real quick, because I'm not understanding why is this man number 2 with this roster? That's crazy. All right, I'm on live. I'm about to put you on speaker, so you know. So don't say that crazy. I know I just sprung it on you. No, but sis, just real quick, right? You know how we was looking at the labels the other day in their rosters, right? They have Capitol Records at number 2 for the most powerful CEO right now on Billboard, but Did you look at their roster? That's what, yo. I'm looking at the roster right now, like. And that flopped, and then Ice Spice too. So honestly, I think this is a smack in the face to RCA and Interscope. So I'm telling you, like, there's nobody on here that's moving units. Like, I'm looking at it, it's nobody.
Yeah, it should still be Taylor's label, right? Because she's the one who had the major tour and major album. So
They put Republic at number 1, but for Capitol to be at number 2, I'm just confused at like what they did last year.
I don't know.
That's why I called to ask you, because maybe I'm missing something. I'm confused. People, I truly am. Somebody said Ice Spice in trouble if they gave Doechii that machine. Yeah, Ice Spice budget has been shifted. Ice Spice's other label is over at Warner. They're not. Capitol's not worried about it. You got it pulled up? I had to call you because sis, you one of the people that I know that get music like I do, and I don't see nobody on here. I'm scrolling up and down. I know the live is probably like, why this nigga scrolling up and down like this? Because I'm really trying to look for the artists on here that made Capitol Records be number 2 on this list. It's all trash over there. I won't say trash, but I mean nothing's selling over there. We didn't go through Capitol because they so irrelevant. You know what's funny? I don't see Uzi's girlfriend up here either on this list.
Well, she just signed the Capitol, so she's not.
But she still should be updated. That was deep last year when she signed. But that was through QC, but I still would expect to see her name up here because Ice Spice signed through 10K.
Doechii's over there, Kodak Black is over there, Little Baby's over there, J-Lo.
Send me the link to what you're looking at because I swear to God, I don't see Little Baby, I don't see J-Lo, I don't see Kodak on the list that I'm looking at.
I just typed up Capitol Records artists.
Oh, well, they're not officially on the website, but maybe everybody through QC is just through QC and they're not going to put them on the website?
I don't, it depends because just everybody on QC is not on Capitol though.
But Little Baby and Jatavia is supposed to be, but I don't see them up here.
Oh, is not right?
No, he signed with Motown directly.
All right, so.
But even if you add, right, if say we add Little Baby and J-Lo, that's still not a reason for them to be number 2 on the list. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't bugging since I had to call you because I'm like, there's no way that this man should be the.
That needs further study. I really have no clue what's over there. Like what plays over there, but
And side note to the people on live, Wendy Goldstein, she got her own ranking. She's ranked at number 4. That's good. I'm glad they didn't just group her in with Avery and Monty. So I'm fine with her being at number 4. Wendy's that girl for real. That's what I want to say. But you're not about to keep dodging this co-host. let me get you off this phone before we get in trouble. We got inside jokes for days, people. Okay, and actually, I was reading this wrong. It say, okay, tasked with the nuts and bolts of merging Capitol Records into its corporate cousin Interscope. I just don't get this. I don't get this. This says Interscope, but Capitol has been tied in with Interscope. So I guess it makes sense. I didn't finish reading the rest of this. If they're over, because the restructuring that happened with the labels last year, that makes more sense. Let me go actually tell her that too. It's because they combine with Interscope Records. That makes sense. I didn't finish reading. This is why reading is fundamental, folks. I knew, but also I knew I wasn't crazy. It wasn't just based off Capitol. Yeah, because I was confused. Hold on, people. But it's because they merged with Interscope. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was really confused by that. All right. I'm typing, people. So that really does actually make sense to me. So let me tell y'all why it makes sense, and I have to show y'all why, because really it's about the success, who's moving units, right? Excuse me. So let's go look at Interscope Records roster. Now, them having the two labels combined and being tasked with dealing with that, now I understand. She said that's why. Yeah, because they're sis said that's why Dochi's over there. Yes, because Interscope and Capital are now one with the restructuring. I forgot they did that last year. And Avery and Monty is over Def Jam and all that too. So yeah, okay. So Interscope, which has a much more stacked roster, we have Tupac, legacy artist. 42 Doug does well in the streets. Six Lack does well in the alternative. What's this just sent me? Roster also includes Katie. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, that's what she was looking at. Okay. So we have Ari Lennox, Avicii, who does well and with the white people, Benny Blanco, who does well with the white people, Billie Eilish, that goes without saying, BTS, Camila Cabello, I'm just naming the big ones, Ellie Goulding, Elton John, ESCG, Eminem, Glorilla, who was also through CMG and Rock Nation, J. Cole, J Rock, Kendrick, JID, Jennifer Hudson, Juice WRLD, Karol G, Kendrick Lamar, Bag, Olivia Rodrigo. I mean, if we're being honest, Interscope and Capital have, I would say, a higher ratio of more popular current artists, but Republic Records, their artists that are popular, because at labels it's different tiers. It's like you have like the A-list artists, the B-list artists, the C-list artists. It's not only going to be dealing with the highest level of clientele, like Wendy was saying. So when you get into the upper echelon of who signed to the label, I would say Interscope Capital has more upper echelon artists in mainstream today, but Republic Records has so many artists like Taylor, like Nicki, like Drake, like The Weeknd that have, like I was saying when we first got on the live, that have been running this shit for so long that it's crazy because we never seen people come in and do 15, 20-year runs and shit. So Republic is selling more, but Interscope Capital is right there. As I'm looking at this list, you got Olivia Rodrigo, Camila Cabello, Kendrick, BTS, quite a fucking roster over here. Shensia, Snoop, Summer. Damn, they got everybody. Yeah, Universal is shitting. Universal is shitting on everybody. Real bad. They're shitting on everybody. Okay. I know Jordan. I used to dance with him. Okay. All right, that makes sense. All right. I'm a very logical person, so when I'm looking at these lists, I really do look at them and I want them to be fair. And y'all know me, I'm big on cussing people out when I feel like they got shit wrong, because I like to go by the facts and by the numbers and by the data. And by the data, I would agree with this. Number one, CEO, the Republic crew. Number two, we have the niggas over Interscope / Capital. That's cool. And Michelle Ann. With support from IGA's team, the label superstar artists continue to expand. They were the ones working with. Okay, so still, number 2 and number 3 come from Interscope Records peoples. They put Wendy at number 4, and I still feel like this is how you know it's a man's world. But also, it's crazy. They got this Michelle person over here at number 3, split with the other people under her. But at the end of the day, right? Wendy just did Nicki's project. Wendy just did Ari's project. Wendy just did Taylor's project. Wendy just did Sabrina's project. She should be in the top 3. She should be in the top, based on the results that she's getting. I mean, come on now. Who else? Aaron Bay at Warner Records. I don't know who. I looked at Warner Records. Warner Records is not Warner Music Group. Warner Records is Warner Music Group's label. Elliot Grange. This makes sense because Elliot has done a lot. Uh, what he was working on Charlie XCX. Okay. Well, Elliot makes sense because he did make Ice Spice pop. He made Trippie Red pop, even though it wasn't long lasting success. The fact that Julie got fired for real and Craig is still CMO over there, it's crazy. Crazy. That means they just pawned it off on Julie. I mean, Columbia, a lot. I was really just looking to make sure that Avery Monty and Wendy was in the top 5. They are in the top 5. That makes sense. Let's go over to live music, where we know Live Nation has a monopoly on music, and of course they'll be at number 1. Michael Rapino, Arthur, Bob, Russell, Leslie. I know all of them. Those are people I'm familiar with their business. They belong at number 1. Why is going over these lists important? I mean, well, you guys should just want to know who are the people behind the artists that are helping the business side thrive. Like, you guys should want to know about this. If it's boring to you, I'm sorry, I don't care. But these are the type of things that I find interesting, to find the people who are behind the business side and how it's ran and who's running it and what they're doing. And you know what I'm saying? We definitely we do have Rock Nation. We do have Rock Nation on here. I don't know if they have Rock Nation under a label though, because Desiree would be on here because Desiree is in the top 25. Let me see. We're looking at the labels, right? Number 4, Wendy. And let's see if they have Desiree listed for the labels or if they have her. Sylvia should be higher. Sylvia should be higher. Just off, Sylvia should be higher. And that's why I be saying the list is kind of, I got to see what the criteria is. Sylvia Rohn is the CEO, president of, not president, CEO of Epic Records, which is the 21 Savage, Future, Tyler, and a couple others. I don't want to pull up the roster right now because I already looked at who I feel like looking at. But Sylvia should be in the top 10 for labels. Not overall, but definitely for labels. I'm trying to see Todd Moskowitz. This is who Drake signed OVO under. Todd Moskowitz signed recently, was with Sony after he left 300, and him and Drake teamed up. This is the man who is now over the OVO label for Drake, helping him with marketing and promotion. He's going to be one of the people involved with Drake and Party Next Door's project, I can imagine, because Academic said that he heard, which I talked about on live, which I wanted to know how that was going to go. Drake is going to be a feature allegedly on every song for the Him and Party album, so that it can't be counted as a Universal Music Group album. So this is the man that's helping Drake right now with OVO, and I can imagine he's probably helping him with some other things going on right now. But I'm just trying to see if they counted the Rock Nation crew. But I want to see where they put Rock Nation under. What are they categorizing them as? Let's look at distributors. Because I know Desiree is on this list and the overall. Okay. Label groups. Maybe they're under a label group. Rob Stinger. I know who that is. Sony Music. Robert. Oh, but what do they have? Agencies? Like, damn, what do they have Rock Nation categorized under? That's funny. I'm looking at my messages, guys. We'll just look at overall because that multi-sector. Maybe they have them under multi-sector. Irvin Azoff. That makes sense. He has a crazy lineup over there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So that makes sense because they do publishing. They do okay. They have Rock Nation ranked as the 4th best multi-sector in music right now. We have Irvin Azoff's Full Stop Management, Scooter at number 2, I don't know Red Light Management. Let's go look up Red Light Management. I don't know who Red Light Management is. I don't know who they have over there. So let's go see who Red Light Management is working with and why. Because I always like to make sure that it makes sense. So first, let's look at artists. And extensive list. But are any of these people popping? This is a long list, guys, of artists. A long list. A long list. And Enrique Iglesias, okay, I see a superstar. Let's see what superstars. They have Sabrina Carpenter. Let me tell you something. To all the artists out there, this is why you should find your own manager. Imagine being signed to a management company and this is their roster. There's no way. There's just no way that I would want to be on one of these major management companies. And this is the type of roster that they have to handle. You could never really get the type of personal attention that you need, especially being a big artist. Did I see LaMelo? Is that what I just saw? No, I read wrong. Okay, so let's go down the list and see who they have that I recognize. Is Abel The Weeknd? Is that who that is? No, because The Weeknd is with Sal. I'm looking for the superstars that will have them ahead of Rock Nation. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, Rock Nation don't really have. If we talking strictly music and we leave the sports out of it, they're doing horrible. They're doing horrible. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into this more when I'm offline because I don't have time to go Google these people and get into their business right now. But I just want to see why they put people where they put them out on the list. Their reasoning, they don't even have a reason for why they put number 2 and number 3. They just have them there. Let's see what they got for Rock Nation. The Super Bowl halftime show continues to be a massive. Okay, Super Bowl halftime show. Alicia Keys, autobiography musical. Megan, Jay-Z. You see what I mean? They don't really have anything going on over there. If I showed y'all Rock Nation's roster right now, piss poor. Okay. And then we got the overall leaderboard, which I'm pretty familiar with the top 10. Live Nation. That's Universal Music. That's Sony. That's Spotify. Spotify makes sense. Spotify is bigger than Apple Music. Irvin Azoff makes sense. Robert does not make sense. Leor makes sense just because YouTube and Spotify. YouTube is still the biggest place where music is consumed at because everybody goes to YouTube to listen to music. Everybody doesn't go to Spotify, but it doesn't matter if you have Spotify or Apple Music. We still all go to YouTube. So I just wanted to go over this list. Maybe I will probably drop the link on Twitter and show some of the people that were ranked on there. I haven't made a post about this yet because I know nobody's really going to give a fuck, but I give a fuck, so I'm going to post it because I think it's like, I like looking at the business side of things. Let's get into my man 50 Cent. Let me head over to Twitter real quick. Twitter. Finish tab. 50 Cent. All I gotta do is type his name in. 50 been wilding on the set. So let's just cancel. Whoa, I almost ended the live by accident, you guys. I almost ended the live by the accident. Okay, so before we even go over, I'll go over it and then I guess we'll talk. All right. So let me add this back to the stage. We'll talk about it and then 50 Cent has been beefing with Big Meech. 50 Cent, BMF. Let me say that. So the funniest thing. Okay, so 50 posted this right here. He posted this saying Meech is a rat. Big Meech just got a jail. If you guys don't know, BMF. Meech was posted up with Rick Ross. I don't know if we could find that. Let's see. Meech and Ross. Meech Ross. So, boom. Meech was posted up with Ross. If you know anything about Meech and Ross relationship, Ross got big off the BMF song. That's one of his biggest hits. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I don't know the lyrics like that. But so that's basically the excuse that the internet has been coming up with for the link up. Boom, right? So then we have 50 who obviously wasn't feeling it. I think I'm Big Meech. He called Meech a rat. He said Meech be ratting. Then he shared text messages from Little Meech, and I have that on my page. Let me just go to my page. And like the look back when I said that's what I call Bayo where that stick at. If they act up, we gonna get that. You know you ain't getting your bitch back. I'm looking for the 50 video, you guys. Give me 1 sec. Cause it's here, but I might just have to go to my notifications. I might just have to go to my notifications. It's one of the biggest posts I have up right now. It's surely in here somewhere. Give me 1 sec. These messages are from 2022 as well. Cause I'm gonna tell you how I feel about the 50 situation, but I want to go over what happened first before I just tell you how I feel. And I am kind of on 50 Cent's side, just so y'all know. I'm gonna give you my reasons as to why I'm on 50 Cent's side after I go over and I can never find nothing on my page no more. Yeah, all right, here we go. This is what I'm gonna show you. So 50 shared messages from Little Meech, which is Big Meech's son, which is the person who plays Big Meech on the show BMF. We should all know this. I shouldn't have to break this down for you. You should know. Little Meech is Big Meech's son. He plays Big Meech on BMF. Boom. 50 is the one who put BMF together. You know, he was working with Terry, which is Meech's brother, and Meech to help curate the show, help try and put some money in their pocket, bring a hood story to life. And 50 helped pay for Little Meech's acting school while Meech was in jail. He helped him make at least $5 million from the time that they've been working together. He made sure he had somewhere to stay. 50's been like a father figure to Little Meech while Big Meech was in jail. So 50 has been on a social media tirade just telling everybody that Meech is a snitch and he's not fucking with him. And then he shared these text messages. Lil Meech text 50 and said, they just told me you unfollowed me off Instagram and now you managing Skilla Baby with Rocket when I brought him around you for damn, where's the punctuation? God bless. Ooh. When I brought him around you first, when you didn't have a clue who he was. Now you mad at me when I would take the shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this, man. You act as if I'm your enemy. I've only showed you love and loyalty and human. I go through my own shit, but I never switched up on you. Fuck Ross. Yo, 50 Cent is a menace, yo. Meech sound like me pouring my heart out to my ex every. Nigga sound like his girlfriend just broke up with him. Yo, he's I can't believe this, man. You act as if I'm your enemy. Fuck Ross, but he gave my dad some bread so he can afford to pay his bills until our next season start. This internet shit is pissing me off, man. You know me in real life. Now, this interview was not in response exactly to what Meech said, but I posted this clip from this interview, which was in the last 7 days. So I mean, this probably was running through Fifth's mind too. But let's hear what Fifth said, and I'm gonna tell you why I agree with him.
Talking to this person because you be talking to this person. Right? Whenever a person's on the fence, we put them on the other side. Like if they're on the gate and they're uncertain with whose side, they don't put them over there. Why? Because it's dangerous. It's like you could go, so you can say, "Oh, your girlfriend is here. I'm gonna go holler at her," and you go there and you all out of pocket now because she's hanging around people that you don't hang out with, and they got you off balance. You know this person because you be talking.
So let me tell y'all, first of all, right? If you know anything about 50 Cent's story, 50 Cent has been shot 9 times. 50 Cent is a real thug. 50 Cent really has lived that life. 50 is really in the streets, selling drugs, robbing niggas, getting shot at. Like, excuse me. 50 has really lived that life. And so I wouldn't even say it's not because he's not healed. It's still like he's around those type of people in those environments, you know, dealing with like BMF and this and all of that. So when you know the history between 50 Cent and Rick Ross, like you do, and how bad it's been and how much they've beefed, and you know, 50 has had people try to kill him in the industry. I understand his sentiment saying if somebody's on the fence, we put them on the other side, because I won't even say I have been in the field like how 50 has. No, but I grew up in those type of environments as well, and I just understand that it could be very dangerous when you have people that play the middle. Even if you yourself are trying to play the middle and you try not to get involved, at some point shit's going to hit the fan. And you're going to have to pick a side most of the time. That's how life be going. So if I have done what I've done for you, I've treated like family, I done housed and clothed and put money in your child pocket, made sure y'all was coming home to get money off the show and things like that. And I have really extended my grace to y'all. And then you still going to post up with my enemies. Like, you can't respect that. And then also, Ross said that 50 was broke. I need Rick Ross to find somebody else to play with when it comes to money, because the last thing 50 Cent will ever be in my lifetime, the next lifetime, the lifetime after that is broke. One thing 50 Cent is going to have is money. You know what I'm saying? That man gets money, hundreds of millions of dollars. That man gets money. So Rick Ross calling 50 broke, I don't know what, I don't understand what exactly, like I'm confused by those statements. I don't get that. Drake, hey, yo, the way Drake was like calling Rick Ross broke in his white man ways last year was funny. But I definitely understand Fifth. Like I that's really what I have to say. Like, I would have had more to say last night when it was fresh and we was talking about it, but y'all played with me and y'all didn't send me no money and y'all didn't retweet my live. Let me see, have y'all been retweeting the live tonight? Let me go check. I ain't gonna cut it off for y'all tonight because I really do want to get to my show, but let me unretweet this. No, y'all have not been retweeting the live. I'll cut this bitch off. Real quick. I just said I wasn't gonna cut it off. That's the Gemini in me. I'll cut this shit off. Retweet it. Oh, y'all, and it is New Music Friday. So at midnight, we will be reacting to the new music. Can one of my KCA people send me the list of new music for tonight? I know one of those music pages usually tweets all the new music that's coming out in our culture because I don't care about people that's not black right now. Yo, Kanye is still dumbing on Twitter. So that's how I feel. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get 50, especially when you're dealing with niggas that want to kill you and niggas want to like stop you from eating and niggas that are truly your enemies. Like, you feel me? Ross is cool with all of 50 real enemies, like Jay-Z and them. So I don't understand. I was just telling my mom this too. Like, I don't understand why people be valuing money over morals. And I understand money is how you survive in today's economy, but money will never equal to morals, integrity, loyalty. You can't put a price on those things. And if you don't have that, you got to get from away from me. You feel me? I feel like 50 has given them the world basically in the last couple of years after these niggas been in jail and not able to provide. And it's just crazy how you go do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if you was gonna go take some money from Ross, you gotta post up about it and get clouded up and I like hit him like a lick. If you hit the sock, I take his money then. You feel me? But don't go be posted up on my ops and I'm doing everything that I'm doing for you, bringing your story to life, making sure your child is eating. Like, that's corny to me. And that, yeah, I have so many different opinions on things because I have my street opinion, I have my educated opinion, I have my moral high ground opinion. But my hood nigga opinion on this is that I agree with 50. And if you don't agree with 50, then you're not the type of nigga that could be around me because I'm at 27 years old and the shit that I've been through in life and everything as well, there is no playing the fence. You over here, you over there. And you over there, be over there. Now, you feel me? Then that's just what it is. And that's why I be going as hard as I do when it comes to Nicki and Drake, because that's just how I am in real life. That's my character. I don't play the fence. There is no over here, no over there. Now, I could not have a problem with somebody, but there is no playing the fence. It's you're over here or you over there. Pick a side. So me, I'm always going to be on the side of Nicki Minaj and Drake. Even last year when I was dragging Drake, I still was on Drake's side. I just always am going to tell the truth too. You got to hold people accountable and tell them about themselves if you really fuck with them. So I'm always going to be on Nicki Minaj and Drake's side. That's who I love. That's who I rock with. That's why I've chosen since I was 11 years old to be my people. So you feel me? So them is my people in my brain. You feel me? So I understand what 50 is saying. I think that Meech shit is corny. I understand where Little Meech is coming from too. You feel me? Because he don't have nothing to do with his daddy. Little Meech don't have nothing to do with his daddy. And from these text messages, he really do sound hurt. Like he sound like his girlfriend done like broke up with him. Like he sound like he broke up with him. But you know what I'm saying? That's life. And what I'm gonna tell Meech is, if I know anything about Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, he's never fucking with y'all again. Leave that alone. It don't matter how much apologizing, how much pleading, how much crying, how much begging you doing. 50 Cent is never fucking with you again. Y'all might get this last season that's supposed to air if it still comes out because contractual obligations. I know Fifth. He didn't cut his own son off for life. He's not Meech. You could cry them text messages all day. He don't care, but I feel bad for Meech because I really do understand where Meech is coming from. Like, I don't have nothing to do with my daddy. Meech even said fuck Rick Ross in the messages. Like, he really sound like someone that's trying to like plead to his girlfriend. So I understand that he really do fuck with 50, and I really probably did hurt him. Like, that really hurt him. So, but I understand both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? I understand both sides of it. But I'm on 50 side of it. But I understand where Little Meech is coming from. Big Meech, lame. But a lot of these older niggas is lame. Be corny as hell. Jim Jones running around still trying to prove that he's a plot. You feel me? The old niggas be corny sometimes. But every generation got real niggas and they got corny niggas. And Big Meech seems to, honestly, from what I've seen of Meech is a clout chaser. His son is corny like him. But I don't know. As far as this Rick Ross situation goes, I don't know how deep that goes with Little Meech being implicated. But nigga, that's your daddy. You always gonna rock with your daddy before you rock with me at the end of the day. And that's why if I'm saying fuck your daddy, it gotta be fuck you too. Do you know how many good friends I've had in life where I've really, 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 really fuck with that? I don't know what that is about. You know how many good friends I've had in real life, and I've really had to say, like I've had good friends and then we fell out and I really like their parents. Like I really fuck with their parents heavy. But I also understand that if I stop fucking with you, I can't fuck with your parent. That don't even make sense. You feel me? Like, unfortunately for me in the life that I have lived, because my dad was a basketball coach, there's a lot of people that I don't fuck with. But my daddy fuck with them growing up. Boy, did I did not like that. And boy, did I really used to whoop ass extra harder because of that. Unfortunately for me, my dad was like cool. Everybody parents. So it's people that still had access to my father, even if I didn't like them in some way, shape, or form. But I still was beating their ass, so it didn't matter. Real shit. But I never felt no way about it either because you feel me. My daddy is a coach. What can I do? He's coaching the kids. He can't pick sides because I like to fight everybody. And not even that I like to fight. I just like, feel me, when I was younger, I was growing up, I really would like, I was a no bullshit type of person. Like, don't play with me. I don't like, I used to feel like if you let people think they could play with you, that's it. So I used to just go around beating people up. But at the end of the day, you feel me? Like, I understand where 50 is coming from. That's your father. You feel me? I have to cut you off with your daddy. It's not personal, little boy. It's nothing like that. You're over there with your daddy. You cut off. It just is what it is. What else I got in my lineup? What else am I off on the lineup today? I was going to talk about Kendrick Lamar, but I mean Kendrick is just so boring. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I tried to watch his Super Bowl interview. Let's just have a chat. I tried to watch Kendrick's Super Bowl interview, right? And I did see clips and I did hear some things that he said. Kendrick is just not a superstar. Kendrick really is an artist. Kendrick is an artist, but he's not a superstar. I like superstars. I like superstars that are artists. Kendrick is just an artist. He's a good artist, but he's there's nothing about him that's a star. He's boring. And I just wanted to fall asleep. I just wanted to fall asleep when he was talking. But two things can be true. So there is one part of his interview that I want to talk about. I guess this part is important to talk about. So I'm sitting here thinking about it with you guys. So, which is him talking about why he decided to engage Drake.
as a collaborative effort, you know, that's cool too. But I love when artists grit their teeth. Like I still watch battle raps. I still watch Smack URL from Murder Mook to Lux to Tay Rock. You know, my bro Daylight. This has always been the core definition of who I am, and it's been that way since day one. So I don't think it was a thing for this year. It was always just a continuum. And what I will say about this year, it was more from a space where I think a lot of people was putting rap to the back, and you didn't see that. You didn't see that grit. You didn't see that bite anymore. So I always took that in consideration in going into any type of my music.
That's interesting. So I hope this makes sense, right?
I can't stand
We've
Nadeska.
been following your journey for about
Ooh,
15
I don't like
years,
Nadeska.
and you have been so
It's another
consistent
op.
in
Hold on.
messaging.
Hold on. Nadeska, you are an op. You need to be fired. You're boring. You're biased. The only thing you got going for you is you're kind of pretty. You're not even bad. You're kind of pretty. You get up here, you give these unprofound opinions, and they just got you up there to be the Melissa Ford of Ebro's show. I just wanted to make sure I say that. Every time y'all see this hoe, give her lashings. Fuck this bitch. On the behalf of the Barbs, nigga. Fuck Nadeska. Word 2, life. Fuck Nadeska. Fuck this bitch. She's the op. She always hating on Nicki. I have nothing. I told you, if you don't like Nicki Minaj and she claims she do, but she act like she don't, I don't like you. You could be a nigga, you could be a bitch, you could be a dog, you could be a cat, you could be a frog, you could be a baby. If you don't fuck with Nicki Minaj, I don't fuck with you. So this a op ass bitch right here on this couch. Continue.
The focus, like you said, and you've always moved with integrity. So in a lot of ways, I feel like we thought we knew exactly who you were as an artist in a positive way. And then last year, it felt like you unlocked a whole new dimension for us. But that person, like you said, was always in there. But I'm wondering, do you still surprise yourself sometimes? Did you surprise yourself last year? Or was it just us, the fans, with our jaws on the floor, just stunned?
That's a good question. Surprised myself? Nah, I don't think I surprised myself because this for me and for my partners that's been around me since 2005, 2006, like my brothers, they
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this Kendrick stuff, but Kanye is on the internet in Kanye rare form. I swear to God. You see what Kanye is tweeting? We gonna get back to Kanye after this Kendrick stuff. Kanye has got to be. I'm not gonna say he's not acting like a Gemini, but I'm nothing like. I will say, I'm trying to. I'm just not that nigga.
they know my personality. They know my capabilities.
You don't have a personality.
Even when it wasn't presented to the public at first, right? So this is just like a revolving door of what I've been doing in Carson Studios, at the homie garage, or my brothers at TDE, or just anybody around the city.
Oh, I can't wait till Drake getting this nigga ass paused this year. It's gonna be something. I'm telling you, round 2 is coming. It's cooking. Drake, when Drake get ready to drop that album, I'm telling y'all, he said he got something to say, and I'm ready. Don't never let no niggas play with you like this, Aubrey. You don't let no niggas play with you the way this nigga play with you. About to get in the Super Bowl and play with you. Let me talk to my nigga real quick. Let me talk to my nigga Drake real quick. You don't never let no nigga get up here and play with you like this. You'll never let no nigga get up here in the interview, sitting here all calm, talking about how he ate your fucking food, nigga. You don't never let no nigga play with you like this. But you see, this how I know you're not from the hood, nigga. Because no hood nigga I know will never let no nigga play with them like this. Nicki ain't never even let these bitches play with her like that. You gonna quit after Not Like Us too, which is even crazy. Now I know you coming back, you moving a little bit more strategic, you let shit die down, you doing this, whatever. I understand the art of war part of it and what's going to happen as we continue and go into the future. Drake will redeem himself. But the black nigga in me that is from hood communities, that nigga in me feels like no. You do not never let no nigga get to a place where they feel like they sit comfortably on the couch about how they dismantled you. No, you don't let no nigga play with you like that ever. You don't ever let no nigga play with you like that because then a nigga think they can play with you like that. That's what I was just telling y'all about my childhood. That's why I used to smack niggas up when I was little because nigga, you breathe wrong, pop, breathe wrong, smack, breathe wrong, punch, breathe wrong, jaw broke. Nigga, not playing with me like that. Let this nigga play with him too much. Got too many of them bitch ass Canadian niggas around you. But I'm glad you moving a little bit smarter. We had this talk yesterday. I talked about Drake for like at least 2 hours yesterday on live. If y'all can go look at that on YouTube. I'm not even gonna bring it back up. Drake already know how I feel. Niggas already know what I think about that, what needs to get done. He's doing it. I know he's on timing this year. I'm proud of Drake, how he's moving this year. The lawsuit I think is necessary, but I still think it kills the public image, and I understand it, but I still think it was some white people shit. Other than that aspect of it, right? Let's talk about Kendrick. How do I feel about Kendrick is such a hypocrite. I just can't respect him. Yeah, that's what I'm about to talk about right now. I'm glad you said that because that's the stuff that I'm about to get into. I have a well-rounded conversation when it comes to this. Because me being the unbiased person that I am, I always have my good things to say and then I always have my bad things to say. Now, in the spirit of hip hop, y'all know I was championing for this fight last year. I was championing for Kendrick to kick Drake's back in because I feel like Drake needed it, but I also felt like Drake could handle it, come back harder. He disappointed me last year when he bowed out on a track. Like, this is the second rap battle that you bowed out of. And Drake also, if you know anything about Drake, Drake studies battle rap just like Kendrick does. Drake is a battle rapper in the form just like Kendrick is. And so there's no like, let me tell you something. Where I'm from, niggas we don't take L's. We don't take L's. We smoke L's. If I take an L, it's a lesson, and I'm coming back and I'm going to get my dub. We don't. Matter of fact, let me say this: we don't hold L's. I'm not holding no L. I've never gotten beat up in my life. Let me tell you something. If I was getting beat up, I might hit you with a brick, bitch. I'm not holding no L, and it's never come to that yet in my life. But I'm just not there. I'm not holding no L. I'm not holding no L. No, we don't hold L's. We smoke L's only. Not holding no L in any way, shape, or form. Will you ever see me holding a fucking L? So I don't like that. Now, to speak about what Kendrick was saying, like I was saying, I do agree. Hip hop is a sport. It's like basketball. It's like football. It's like soccer. You know what I'm saying? But it's only a sport for the ones that really get busy. Hip hop is not a sport for a Glorilla or a Sexy Red or a Megan Thee Stallion or a Cardi B or a Little Baby or ESTG and people like that. Little Baby even came out and said, I don't do diss records because that's not the type of, like, I'm not in it for that. I'm in it for money. And that Dominique, I'm not gonna get on Dominique today because the show's not about him. But that statement alone just disappointed me because this is why the culture is dying. You got niggas that can't even just have a rap battle, and that's that sensitive pussy ass shit. I'm not gonna mince my words. Like, Lil Baby act like he's so hard, but when he told me that he can't even, I'm not sending nobody on no tracks. I'm not dissing nobody because I don't do that. Nigga, everything don't always gotta turn into somebody dying because you're in the fucking entertainment industry rapping, nigga. You be at parties with white people hugged up on you with their meat rubbed up on your butt. It's not that serious if niggas wanna have a rap battle. Everything don't always gotta go to somebody dying. You niggas really, like, come on now. Like, that's why it's levels to that hood shit because it's a lot of us that are from the hood, a lot of people from the hood. Everybody's not a trench baby though. Like, you feel me? You could be from the hood. There's a lot of different types of people in the hood. The absolute gutter trench ass niggas with that mentality is crazy. This is a sport at the end of the day, nigga. If you want to be a rapper, nigga, get in a fucking booth and rap about how you better than all these other niggas and all these other bitches and put that shit on the floor and let niggas know you get busy. That's what the fuck this shit is about. That's what this shit really about. Getting busy. If you say you're a rapper, get busy, nigga. If you say you're a rapper, get in a booth. Diss these niggas. Come up with the best bars. That's what rap is about. I agree with Kendrick on that. You feel me? Get your fat ass in a booth, nigga. That's what Nicki said. Hip-hop is a sport. So when Kendrick says that, I understand that aspect of it. I agree with him. I wanted this battle. I wanted to see it. We've all wanted to see it for a long time. It was exciting. It still is exciting knowing that there's going to be more music, more back and forth. Y'all don't see it yet, but it's coming. It's coming. There's the back and forth is not over. The back and forth is not over. The back and forth is not over. It will pick back up again. And I'm excited. That's what I live for. The part of it that I don't live for is when it stops just being the sport and sportsmanship and us just being the Celtics and the Lakers when you're trying to defranchise people, so to speak. It's like as if the Celtics tried to get the Lakers to stop being a sports team altogether and get out of the NBA. And so Kendrick could have been had this battle happen if he wanted to jump out the way that he did, but he didn't until he got the green light from TDE and Jay-Z and Universal and all them people, and I don't respect that. That's the aspect that I don't respect about it, because Kendrick preaches like he's this Negro spiritual, holier than thou, for the people, for the culture. I love all my people, this, that, and the third. But when you're cooning around for Jay-Z, figuratively sucking dick for Jay-Z, doing things for Jay-Z, that's when it becomes weird. And so, like someone said in the comments, calculated push to try and end someone. That's where it becomes corny. You are now aligning yourself with people who are trying to take the culture away from us, right? And set us back. And because Drake is so powerful, they now want, amongst other reasons, I'm pretty sure there's other reasons, but as far as the Jay-Z aspect, it really is just Jay-Z's beef with Young Money that has led to this whole TDE, Young Money, Doechii, Drake, make all this shit come down the pipeline, because TDE has now signed themselves up and sucked enough camel dick for them to come get that budget now, and SZA was just enough successful SOS for them to try and use her to pull the other two flops up, being Kendrick, because his last album did not do good, and Doechii, and try to make it look like it's this Young Money at TDE type of thing, and then have Doechii up and try to have a coronation for a bitch that's trying to be another bitch that's trying to be another bitch. Doechii is copying Doja, copying Nicki. That's a whole different conversation for a different day. But listen to me good when I tell you this and really process this. Doechii is copying Doja, copying Nicki. Doja is copying Nicki. Doechii is also copying Nicki, but copying Doja, copying Nicki. You know how sick that is? Do you know how sick that is? And so as far as the battle rap aspect of it, yeah, I fuck with it. But as far as the Kendrick aligning himself with Roc Nation and getting himself involved with these people, Jay-Z, I call him a house nigga. Jay-Z is the house nigga for the coon white people that he's under. That whole little circle of people that I always talk about, Wendy, Julie, Lior, all of those people. And I guess the more research I'm doing, yeah, gotta throw Lucian in there too. He's the ops teaming up with Jay-Z. That's when I don't fuck with it, because it goes beyond rap. Y'all are really trying to Drake likes to rap for fun because it is battle rap to him. I've never and one thing that I can say is I've never seen Drake try to end somebody's career off of a battle rap, even as it pertains to Meek Mill, right? He did his thing. Meek came at Drake first. Drake dismantled him, and then he pulled him back up. Sportsmanship for the art of rap. We do this for the craft. We love rap. This is what we do. We battling. You feel me? But Kendrick aligning himself with people who are truly trying to remove Drake from his spot in rap and remove him from being able to sell records as much as he does, take away his credibility, and try to basically get him going the same way that they have tried and are trying to do with Nicki. That's the part that I can't respect, because Drake is one of the people, regardless of how you feel about him, that has helped push the culture forward. And what Drake gives to the culture, Kendrick could never give to the culture. But what Kendrick gives to the culture, Drake could give to it if he felt like it. These are facts. And so that's the aspect of it that I don't agree with. Trying to systematically remove and dismantle someone out of the equation as opposed to just leaving it at battle rapping. That's the part of it that I don't like. In this comment, what does this comment say? Kendrick is such a hypocrite. I just can't respect him. This was a calculated push to try and end someone. I want to know if Metro and Future is ever going to get another Kendrick feature. Kendrick not going to feed them like Drake did. Yeah, again, that goes along with what I was saying with Drake help push the culture in a way that Kendrick is not going to help push the culture. Kendrick is too inconsistent. Kendrick doesn't know how to make hit music the way that he does. And at the end of the day, it's the music business. It's the music industry. Dollars still have to be made. It still has to look profitable. if you don't think that Nicki and Drake are two of the biggest reasons why hip hop music, Nicki, Drake, Travis, Kanye, and music's current state, and for the last 10, 20 years have not been the people making hip hop more profitable, and the reason why it's being pushed the way that it is, and the reason that hip hop is the most streamed genre and the most lucrative one right now. It's because of how they have helped push the industry forward, showing how profitable hip hop artists could be, how much they could sell, the longevity that they could have. And that goes into them investing into other people, ushering in new acts, and uh, uh, being at the forefront of bringing in a lot of the new artists. A lot of the people that have come up in hip hop that we see today have been ushered in through Nicki and Drake cosigns. And so, that's the part of it that I don't like. And then the other aspect of it is with Kendrick aligning himself with Jay-Z and them having this agenda and this calculated push with TDE Young Money. That's what they're trying to make it, a TDE Young Money thing. That brings in the Doechii aspect. And it's just like with the 50 Cent thing, right? And this goes back to that 50 Cent shit that I was talking about. And that's why I told y'all earlier, I still want that song from SZA, but it's fuck TDE because I pick a side and it's always going to be Nicki and Drake's side. Because you're aligned over there with Jay-Z, because TDE is over here and they were chosen to be the next label to try and come at Young Money and trying to get them out the way, you have Doechii being pushed, which the whole entire world could see that she's being pushed inorganically. I don't know if it's inorganic or unorganic. I believe it's N sounds better. Inorganically. I'm such a grammar person and I don't know which one it is, but it's not an organic push. And it's also a part of this calculated plot where they have her copy Nicki, and just like they did with Doja, and say it's refreshing, and saying something is refreshing that someone's been doing for the last 10 years and trying to act like they didn't get it from that person, and then trying to credit Kendrick for Doechii's style when part of Kendrick's animation and all of that has to do and is inspired by Nicki. And Kendrick has come out and give Nicki her flowers many a time. She raps better than that nigga, in my opinion. And if y'all, there's a lot of niggas that's not going to agree with me, but I'm a fact. Like, we could pull it up. Not seeing my girl, but different story for a different day. I get serious about that. You feel me? You're over there with these people, and now you're helping usher in Doechii, and y'all are using SZA and Kendrick to pull her up in order to be a rival of Nicki, and so it's fuck TDE. You know what I'm saying? It is. I see the play. I see what's going on. It's happened more than once now. Now it's happening in front of everybody else. So it's fuck TDE while they over there sucking Jay-Z dick. It's just that simple. That's just how I feel at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck. I'm not changing how I feel. But good music is good music. If good music comes out and I like it, then I'm going to say good music came out and I like this. SZA is one of my favorite artists of this generation when it comes to singers. Now, regardless of genre, just singers in general. I love SZA's music. I think SZA's pen is crazy. I think SZA's pen is stupid. I think SZA is one of the best songwriters of this generation, and definitely one of the best songwriters of all time. Just the lyrical content for music is good, but at the end of the day, she's a lying slore too. Look how she did Drake. She was over there all in Drake face, and as soon as all this happened, Top and Punch that come over there from that nigga, and she ain't mentioned that nigga. She ain't been over there around that nigga ever since, even though she was just running around with Drake in 2023. Op shit. But Drake should have been smarter than that. You're running around with SZA, who is signed to TDE. But you know what? I get Drake though, because in the same hand, he was trying to, in a way, make amends with Kendrick. They said that he asked Kendrick to be on first person shooter. Kendrick declined. And do you think that tour with SZA and Kendrick is working out that 360 deal Jeezy has with, like, is it a 360 deal? Well, Jay-Z is one of the sponsors through the tour via Cash App. We talked about that. I want to say like 2 months ago. I can't remember when. I've been going through a breakup, and so I really don't have a good sense of time right now. Honestly, I'm still on October 27th. My brain is still there, so I can't tell you exactly when, but I know like in the last 60 days we talked about it, or when it was first happening. Cash App was a sponsor of SZA and Kendrick's tour, which I know they got that from Jay-Z. Jay-Z sits on the board of the parent company of Cash App, which is why Megan and Cardi were able to get deals with Cash App too, via Jay-Z's connections over there, because he's on the board of Block, which is the parent company of Cash App. He's friends with Jack Dorsey. So yeah, I definitely do think that there is some back-end business going on where they Obviously Live Nation, but here's the thing, and I said this yesterday, and I explained how Live Nation, they pay the artists regardless of what the tour grosses. Live Nation pays the artist a fixed rate for each show. Even Cardi B showed that when she said she got offered 1.7, she got offered a flat rate of 1.75 a show. So that means even if you gross, say they didn't know you was gonna gross 200 million on tour, but they already said that the offer was just 1 million a show. You're getting that 1 million a show because that's what you signed up for. So yes, there's a lot of money that can be made, and I don't know how much Kendrick and SZA were offered to do the tour, but I imagine, though, I'm not gonna lie to you, I imagine that Kendrick and SZA got offered a lot of money from Live Nation to do the tour because they thought they would recoup. Kendrick just did the first hip hop tour to gross over 100 million before Nicki and Drake did, but they outgrossed him, which is funny. And you see who the biggest superstars is. And then SZA just came off tour, which was pretty successful, but for her to be like really, SZA's really a pop star. They try to say R&B, but SZA's really a pop star. SZA should have been, her tour should have sold crazy, but thank you for reminding me about the tour. And shout out to the KCA team. I have the numbers for the Kendrick and SZA tour. I have the numbers. I have this data. Show me the data. I have the data. I'm not about to show y'all on live because then somebody will steal it and I have to make it a post and watermark it and do all that. I don't have the numbers for every city because for some reason they're not showing the numbers for every city, but I do have the numbers for some of the cities. No show is sold out. The most they have done, I think, is around 70%. Yeah, look like, yeah, I got the numbers for Kendrick and SZA, people. Exclusive. Nobody else ain't posted it. I'm gonna get that shit posted. Shout out to the KCA team. We do not miss. We do not miss. That's why I always have to shout out the people that help me, because Tiff will import that for me. Why the fuck is this nigga talking? Shut the fuck up. I want to hear Kendrick. But I do have those numbers. I'm gonna get those posted. I would say I'm gonna post them tonight, but it's pretty late, and I like who's gonna be up to see it. I'll probably get that posted with the news cycle in the morning. But I do have the numbers. Where's my phone at? Let me see. I can at least tell y'all verbally, but I do have the numbers for Kendrick and SZA. Let's look. Let me look. I'm gonna just look at one city and tell y'all what city it is and how they're doing in that city. But depending on how this, like, let's live in reality, right? Let's be real. Two things could be true. I feel like even if it is a stadium tour, Kendrick and SZA should have sold out at least LA. They have 3 or 4 shows in LA. They should have sold out LA. They still haven't even sold out LA, which is the show that's selling the most. If this Super Bowl performance is that, more of those tickets are selling. This Super Bowl performance is make or break for how those tickets are going to sell, because right now, some shows are 70% capacity is close to selling out. But what that tells me, right? Let me tell you what that tells me on the flip side, me being the analytical person that I am. If SZA and Kendrick would have done an arena tour, lots of shows would have been sold out already because they've sold out. They have sold a lot of tickets for the stadium tour, but it's a stadium. You got to sell that much more. You feel me? So 70% of a stadium might be 100% of an arena. They only have, I believe 25 or so shows for this stadium tour. They should have doubled that. Did 50 to 80 shows on an arena, went on the road. They would have sold out and they would have grossed a lot of money still. Drake grossed 300. I said this last night. It's either 320 or 380. I think it was 380 though. I can't remember if it was 20 or 80. Let me see. Drake. Highest grossing hip hop tour all time. That's all I gotta type this Drake. Highest grossing. Because it's either 320 or 380 million. I can't remember. It's all a blur. 320. Okay, 320 million. So Drake made 320 million doing arenas. He did 100 shows. So that's without a stadium. You feel me? So if you can still gross that much and you're not doing a stadium, then that lets me know that doing an arena could still be lucrative. Obviously, you could, like, you know what I'm saying? So the reason that I believe Kendrick and SZA did a stadium tour. One is to try and snatch that record back from Drake. I believe they are going to try and have the highest grossing hip hop tour of all time and snatch that record back from Drake, because Kendrick originally held that record back in 2020. He broke it, set it, held it. Drake went on tour, Nicki went on tour, Travis went on tour. They all eclipsed Kendrick. Now, I include Nicki in those numbers because Nicki really grossed around 130, 140 million on tour. But the festival shows that she did, they didn't count. And I didn't even realize how many festivals Nick did. I thought she did like 7. She did like 15 or 20. So, and I know like she was getting it at I don't know if it was exactly this, but I can tell you, I know for a fact Nicki Minaj was not getting less than 2 million a show for the festivals. So if we factor that in 2 times 15, that's $30 million right there. And it should just be factored in the tour gross because she still got paid. Whatever. I understand why they don't do it, because then a lot of the flop artists who don't sell numbers will be able to go add festivals to their tour gross. But because Nicki was selling out 100% of the shows, it would only be fair to add her festivals to her tour gross, knowing that she would have sold out in those cities if she didn't do the festival there. Like LA, she did 2 shows in LA on the second leg. It would have sold out on the first leg if she didn't do Rolling Loud. And I went to Rolling Loud. Why? Because there was no other way for me to see Nicki in LA at the time. I had to see her at Rolling Loud. So it's like that. You feel me? She could have chose to be stingy and not went and did the festivals, but I know she wanted to open herself up to other audiences too. And it's a business, it's a marketing business thing. So it was very smart of her to do the festivals. But I know next go around she's saying fuck that, because it took away from her tour gross. Because in all actuality, Nicki, Travis, and Drake did outgross Kendrick. So I know part of the reason that they are doing these stadiums, one, to make Kendrick look like he's bigger than Drake. Drake rapped the line where he said big as the Super Bowl. And so one of the things that Jay-Z's demonic ass is doing, I'm making this up in my head, we'll say, is, well, you rapped about being big as the Super Bowl. So they all came at the round table and said, all right, nigga, we'll show you big as the Super Bowl, because that's also a jab at Jay-Z, who's a part of the Super Bowl. So, yeah. There's a lot of different factors that go into it, and a lot of them have to do with Drake, Nicki, and the highest tour grosses of all time. But it was stupid of them to try and do stadiums. They're not selling out this whole entire stadium tour. I said this earlier in the year. I believe if they do, they may sell out 5 to 7 shows. But if this Super Bowl performance is at that level, then people are going to buy tickets for the tour. And that's not anything we could do about it. That's just how marketing and business works. I just know how that goes. So let me see. We have, does it have the tickets available? Tickets. So MetLife Stadium, they have sold 88% of their tickets. That's going to sell out. But it hasn't sold out yet. Minneapolis, they've sold 80% of their tickets. That's probably going to sell out. Atlanta, 90% of their tickets. That's probably going to sell out. Charlotte, 94% of the tickets. That's probably going to sell out. Jeez. Philadelphia, 91% of the tickets. That's probably going to... I'm not going to lie to you. I got these, but I didn't really look at them. But I did just say at least a good 5 to 7 of these shows is going to sell out. Houston, 67%. Don't know if that's going to sell out, but it'll do at least 90%. I just looked at MetLife. That's the first one I pulled, and that's what I have for y'all right now. So, I mean, 50,000 people is a lot. 50,000 people is a lot of people. I was looking at the capacities. They just might come close to Drake's 320. It's crazy. Yeah, Nick, Drake, I'm gonna need y'all to get in. You feel me? I'm a very competitive type of nigga. Y'all not about to outdo my favorite artists. If they pass Drake's tour gross, it's gonna be time for Nicki, Drake, and Wayne to get on the road. Y'all want to team up with y'all label? Yeah, you let Young Money go do a stadium tour. So that's interesting to see right now. The tour is doing fairly decent. Like the money is being made. The money is being made. Do you think Nicki and Drake? Because let me tell you something. Nicki sold out 50 fucking shows. Back to 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 back. Sold out New York like 5 times. One city. Yeah, they could do stadiums. Drake just did 320 million. 100% capacity. Nicki had 92% capacity, 100% capacity on the first leg. A stadium will be nothing. In fact, the world is waiting. A lot of people think, oh, the world's not waiting for a Young Money project. They can't do it. Nicki and Drake have redefined what a prime is. And I would say Wayne too. Wayne came out in the 90s and is still popping. Wayne's last Carter album went #1. You feel me? And this is the point that I was about to make. Nicki and Drake sell out on pre-sale. Half of Nicki's tour sold out on pre-sale day. And then Drake's as well. A stadium, yeah, they're going to sell that out. Especially if there's a project to support it. Hell, and there's hits on it. All they need is 1-2 hits to support the tour, really. But a whole project, yes, and it's going to sell out without a shadow of a doubt. 95 to 100% capacity if they went on a stadium tour, even without Wayne. Wayne is guaranteed 100% because of nostalgia. Yeah. So definitely they could sell out. But it's just interesting because Kendrick and SZA aren't doing that bad. But we'll see. We'll see how this all plays out because, like I said, if that Super Bowl, and I'm gonna keep it a beat with y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm hearing because I do have people that I know that are working the Super Bowl, flying out there right now, and have like, I don't mean because they work at a stadium. I mean these are executives and shit. Now I said this the other day on my live too. I'm usually able to get information like this easy. So they have been a little bit more tight-lipped about the Kendrick shit. The only thing that I knew was that SZA was performing, but I just feel like everybody knew that. That was a given. But I knew that ahead of time. Everybody's talking about it. Everything else, even the people that I know that are involved, that have to help with promotion and do other things like that around it, that just have corporate jobs that aren't famous at all. They have to be involved with the process, and they don't even work directly with the NFL, just other things that have to help. Definitely the performance they're saying is going to be great. But then again, the people that are telling me this are white people, and white people coon for Kendrick. So I'm not really going to take their word for it. I want to see. And oftentimes when people say the performance is going to be great, they mean the dancers are going to be great. You know, y'all know I went to school for dance, studied dance, professionally dancing for a little while. They mean the dancers are great. Nicki and Drake could sit there with a microphone and entertain people. They don't need 1,000 dancers to put on a great show. Nicki proved that with the VMAs. I mean, she's proved it many times before that. But dancers, without a shadow of a doubt, are about to be next level. So yeah, expect some sold out dates from based on the numbers that I just seen from Kendrick and SZA after the Super Bowl. At least 3 or 4 that are about to sell out already. And that's pretty much what I have to say about that. I'm not about to stay on it too long. We've been talking about this. All we can really do is wait to see what's going on. I was going to talk about Doechii, but that was yesterday. She's not going to get my attention today. I'm just going to keep dragging a bitch till she learns her place and learns to see. Let me tell you something. I keep telling y'all this. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care. 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 Learn your place. Earn your spot. Learn your place. Doechii been running around slick shading Nicki Minaj, unfollowing her, slick shading her fan base, trying to be funny. Like little shit that y'all don't see. You know what I'm saying? Doechii arguing with the Barb, shading the Barbs on Twitter, unfollowing Nicki over Bigfoot, getting his, but it's little shit that the general public don't see. But a nigga like me, with my 2 eyes, I see it, and I don't give a fuck what the general public don't see. Fuck you, Harriet Tubman. Fuck you. Stop playing with the queen. Stop playing with the queen. Nothing about nobody that's on Barb time is ever playing about Onika Tanya. Stop playing. I see the slick shit, bitch, you wash. Somebody said, did Megan really grows on Freeman tour because Torn Data has yet for that? Sorry to bring the horse up. It's okay. You can bring it up. That's a touchy subject, right? Because saying things without proof can have bad repercussions. But this is what I will say to, and you can read in between the lines of what I'm saying. Yes. Read in between the lines of what I'm saying. Live Nation is a co-owner of Rock Nation, their main investor, and their names is also on some of their LLCs, right? Live Nation is the touring company. Megan is signed to Rock Nation. Rock Nation is signed to Live Nation, both in 360 deals. Megan's in the 360 with Rock Nation. Rock Nation's in the 360 to Live Nation. They have an agenda regardless to make it look like she did something even if she didn't. That's one. Two, if I was a part of a certain company, right? So I'm a part of Live Nation. We'll leave them out of it. Say I'm a part of Live Nation, right? Say me, Marquise, is an artist who is signed to Rock Nation, who is signed to Live Nation. So I'm indirectly signed to the touring company through my management company who handles my budget and my touring. I'm being pushed to be the competition of the woman who just had the highest grossing hip hop tour of all time for a female, third overall in history. In order to make it look like I'm not piss poor, it was confirmed that so many free tickets were given away and tickets were being sold for $20. So with that in mind, I don't think it would be possible for her to actually have grossed 40 million. Doja only grossed 40 something million. Megan and Doja are nowhere near in the same stratosphere. But if I am that company, I could give a ticket away for free. And if I hypothetically had some other money maybe sitting over here and I wanted to push that money through your tour to make it look like your tour did more, so I can possibly clean up some cash flow that we have going on. You follow what I'm saying? I don't know if that, I'm not saying that's what was or wasn't going on. But hypothetically, in layman's terms, if a bitch ain't selling a tour, maybe we can push some money through the tour for us, get our money back because she's not making it, wash it a little bit, and make it look like a bitch sold something that she didn't sell because we're funneling our money through that tour. Hypothetically, maybe if she didn't do that, you know, the same way Megan's show got canceled and Megan said it was Ticketmaster, and Ticketmaster, if you don't know, is literally the same company as Live Nation. Came out and said, no, we don't know what you're talking about. And then the show got uncanceled and put back on. 33% capacity. So I'm not saying that they're doing anything illegal because I would never accuse people of doing illegal things without having proof. But I'm saying hypothetically, if she didn't gross that much, there are other alternatives to cook the books to make it look like she did. That's very possible, especially when she herself is signed directly to the touring company, directly, indirectly. And that's the best way I could put that for you. Now, we're not going to say what they are or aren't doing because we don't know. But hypothetically, if I wanted to clean some money through a tour, it could be done, especially when we're giving away tickets for free. We can cook the books on the people that were in the seats, even though the tickets were given away for free or on resale for $20 and things like that. So I don't believe, in my personal opinion, that Megan actually grossed 40 million, maybe 25, not 40. Not based on the way that tickets would be given away for free and that they were being sold for like $20, $25. And the show was doing so bad, they were giving away free tickets on the day of tour for people to just be able to go. No. How the number got up to 40 million, I can't exactly for sure tell you that black and whites with proof, but I could tell you what I think could be possibilities strongly, things that may have happened or occurred. If you've read in between the lines of what I'm saying, and that's what I'll say about that. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about before we get out of here, because again, I want to stay up here too long because it's not too much to talk about. Do I still have y'all? No, I don't have y'all on that screen. Let me add this to the stage. Shh. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Shake that ass for Drake. Shake that ass for Keys. I said, got some love deep inside of me. Love deep inside of me. That song makes me miss my ex because my ex used to listen to that song, which I was very surprised about, all day. Yeah. I'm Kanye West is wilding on Twitter, yo. So guys, we see. I seen up to here the last time we was on Kanye's Twitter. Oh my god, man! I'm closing my eyes. This was the last tweet from Kanye's page that I seen. There are new tweets. Kanye is quadrupling down that slavery is a choice. Oh my god, Kanye, he making it so hard to stick up for him, man. Kanye is doubling down on saying slavery is a choice. Then he tweeted, they trying to prove a point, and y'all know that y'all fucking know that, and sitting laughing at the fucking internet on Instagram. This man gave his life to us. This is my idol. This is my hero. He's talking about Diddy. What y'all gonna do? Cancel my sneaker deal? Cancel my record deal? Freeze my accounts? Fuck y'all niggas. Slavery is a choice. I'm speaking my mind now. I ain't adding shit again ever. He doesn't have a sneaker deal. He's independent right now, and he is in. They can't freeze his account. Kanye is much more independent than he was when he was saying all that wild shit before. So he's saying that to be ironic. They can't cancel shit. He's doing everything independently. Fuck Diageo. Oh man, I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm shaking my head like this in a minute. This is some dangerous stuff that he's doing. Man, he likes playing with fire. Man, he likes playing with fire. All you please come at me. That's how we spot the coons. Let these white Kanye tell you what to do and say. Fuck Diageo and y'all niggas in advance. Oh man. This is so Gemini of him though, because y'all know I be acting the same way, but not to this capacity. I'm selling the Sean John collaboration that me and my brother spoke about before they locked him up. We splitting the profits 50-50. Oh, Kanye. People, I'm about to talk about it in a moment. I just got to gather myself because it's like, truth be told, he be saying stuff that really could get him killed. I mean, if you want me to just come out and say it, nigga be saying shit that could get him off, man. I'm on Twitch. I don't even think I could say that. Like, yeah. I'm appalled. Oh my God, I'm trying to find the words to say right now, but I'm so disappointed in Kanye. Every time you think this nigga is on the straight and narrow. I don't have a problem with Kanye being outspoken. I don't have a problem with him coming at the establishment. The problem with Kanye is he doesn't want to go against the establishment, in my opinion. He wants to be on top of the establishment. And that's a very big difference. You don't want to dismantle the establishment because you really disagree with all the things that they do morally, because a lot of the things that the people do in the establishment, in the industry, in the machine that are immoral, Kanye conducts his business and his life in the same manner that a lot of these people do, as far as being predatory and sexual and robbing artists and being egotistical. And, you know, when it wasn't working for him, he just figured out how to turn his fan base into the machine, which is not easy to do, kind of like how Nicki has. And he's one of the only people that can do it. And, but even with all of that being said, when you are of and in the industry, at the end of the day, whether I agree with it or I don't, because I know I'm always on the side of what's right, there is a certain way to go about things because it is dangerous playing with these people at the end of the day. That's why it's like, and then half of what he's saying I agree with, and the other half is just him clowning. Like, I already told y'all yesterday, I went so hard, and that's why I'm saying I'm not rehashing. Like, when I do shit, I like it to be authentic. I really was pissed off yesterday at Puff and his kids. I charged him up. I'm not about to get re-mad and get that passion that I had in my voice about it yesterday. You're just gonna have to go watch the video. But I did say, anybody siding with Diddy, anybody defending Diddy, no, you're weird too. And for whatever reason he's doing this, whether it's him saying it for attention, and you don't even play with attention like that. You say fuck Puff and fuck them other niggas. Because in the case of Kanye, it was just fuck Puff last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. So I don't know what type of attention he's craving right now, but this is why I can't always get jiggy with Kanye, because Kanye is a coon. Kanye is a smart businessman and a genius too. All you can be crazy and a genius and autistic and bipolar and all that. You can be so many things at once. But Kanye is like in a position where, like, if something happens to him, then we're all gonna say that the industry did it anyway. So I know he wears that on his sleeve, and him being tied in with Whack 100 in the game, and you know, trying to be tied in with the Bloods for protection. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, I've known this for a long time. If you the number one way to be safe from the industry, have some hungry niggas from the hood. Have a gang of niggas from the hood. Because they don't care about that shit. Them hungry niggas in the hood, they don't give a fuck if you in the industry, who you not, who you with, how many babies they shooting. Pop, 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 pop. We don't go for who we don't go for. So, you feel me? The best kryptonite for the industry is the hood. If you notice them real street niggas, them niggas that really be in the field, even Jay-Z leave them niggas alone. That's not a line he crossed. It's not a line he crossed. That's you know what I'm saying? Them niggas that you got that, you might be Mike. I ain't saying that's 100% either. You might be good. But you're still putting people at risk. You put the people around you at risk. It's a strategic way that you got to go around playing with these people, especially because the type of egos that they have on them. He's playing a dangerous game. And the game that he's playing right now is the game that has Diddy in jail. And that, I think, is what Kanye don't understand. I don't know who, what, when, where, why, or how, and I won't pretend to. But, sir, this is how the industry operates. And y'all were operating of the industry. This is one of the reasons why they hate Nicki. Nicki may not be a perfect human being. She has attitude sometimes on this. She's not into that demonic shit y'all niggas be doing. But Kanye has partaken in activities. Kanye has degraded women. I'm pretty sure there can be a gang of women that can come out and have accusations against Kanye. And I'm not saying Kanye did anything to any woman. In the society that we live in today, and the way that he has treated and conducted himself with women, they can't take your sneaker deal or your money, buddy. But your freedom or your life, those are two things that they still will make an example of you out of. So I don't even want to get into this shit that he's talking about right now the way I will get into it, because he's playing a dangerous game, and I'm not about to play this dangerous game with him. I'm a Gemini, but he might be a little bit too Gemini for me tonight. Not up there. Okay. And this is why this right here is the reason why I'm saying I don't know if he's serious or if he's trying to be funny or if he's using this for marketing. But these were Kanye's sentiments on Diddy. This is Diddy and Kanye's text messages. Kanye's in the blue, obviously. Kanye really be reading the messages too, because how many unread messages do I got right now? A lot more than that. Matter of fact, real quick, y'all, let me check my phone. I haven't checked my phone because I've been getting carried away talking. Do you have the... No, I gave it... Hold on. I gotta text somebody back. I gave it to you. Boom. Let me check this real quick. Because I do got to wake up. I told you guys I'm on my wellness and health and getting my mind right journey too. So I do have to make sure I'm up, getting in the gym. I do have a job because I don't get paid from this. So I have to make sure that my sleep schedule is always aligning with work as well. And I do have to work on my YouTube and TikTok videos because I told you I was editing and finishing up 20 of them, and I have things to add on to them as time goes on. I will have updates on the Jay-Z case tomorrow, but the updates that we have just have not been, they're not, I've been to court. So right now they're just on the boring part. We haven't really gotten nowhere in a little while. Just lawyers filing, motion, sanctions, withdrawal, this, that, requesting this. It's waiting for more tea to come. But I'll give y'all some updates on that tomorrow. The last thing I wanted to talk about. Let me put this fat bitch up on the screen. You big fat puffball, nasty looking bitch. You unimportant, unvaluable player ass bitch. I'm about to go in on this nigga. Recent pick. It's always the fat bitches. It's always the fat bitches. It's always the big bitches. It's always the big bitches that got something to say about Nicki. It's always the big fat bitch ass niggas that got something to say about Nicki. And I'm not even gonna repeat the stupid dumbass dick sucking shit that he said, which didn't even make sense, because then that's gonna make me go in on Beyonce and Taylor, and I'm not gonna do that tonight. I'm not one of them niggas that's gonna go in on somebody else because somebody says something about my favorite artist that got nothing to do with it. Now, I do go in on Beyonce a lot when she deserves it. Taylor ain't did nothing for me to go in on her. So I'm not gonna let your big fat sloppy low paid nasty scamming ass get me to do that. But let's get on you. Kendrick Perkins had something to say about Nicki Minaj, which was very uncalled for, distasteful, and disrespectful. I'm not going to repeat it. Don't like it. Let's start here. Kendrick Perkins. 1, I know you're not famous enough for anybody to ever have given a fuck that this even happened, because even when you were in the league and you were playing, you were always a supportive role. You've never been a superstar. You've never been that nigga. You've never been that great. You've never been a nigga that anybody wants to play as in 2K. No one was ever using the team in 2K because your fat big ass was on it. You big fucking grizzly bear. But Kendrick Perkins did get into a physical altercation with his wife, where witnesses say they were fighting. So, sir, worry about this. And this was just a light little, I'm not going to get in your ass because it's not that serious and you don't deserve the clout. Tread lightly, bitch. Talking about, oh, I'm not hard to find. The barbs can find me. You don't really want that smoke. On the internet or in real life. You don't. Not with us. I'm going to be very real with you. This is light. This was just me Googling you real quick. I done pulled up everything about your life from the last time you took a shit to the next time you're about to. You don't even know how I get down. Keep her name out your mouth. There's no reason her name should have been in your mouth. What you need to work and see, the fact that you even got in this fight with your wife let me know how you operate. You're one of the niggas that like to hit girls, allegedly. Maybe. We'll put allegedly on it. We'll slap some allegedlys on there to make it sound good. I'm not even going to give you too much energy. You played yourself talking about Nicki Minaj. You've never got paid a salary over $3 million in a year in the NBA, where there's niggas getting $50 million a season because you're a whack ass nigga. You never been that talented. You just got by from being big. Tread lightly on this. I'm telling you, because the next time that I have to say your name, it won't be so pleasant. I do not play about Onika Tanya Mirage all the time. I'll tell you this. About Onika Tanya Mirage, whatever skeletons is in your closet, I have them out, and whatever repercussions come from that, they will come, and I won't give a fuck. Tread lightly. Watch your mouth, and don't be beating on your wife. You should worry about keeping your hands off of women before you bring up women who have nothing to do with your sports podcast, nor are they in the sports world. Leave the woman out of it altogether. That's not your lane. That's not what you need to do. And you didn't need to bring up Nicki Minaj in comparison to Beyonce and Taylor Swift as a metaphor for basketball. Tread lightly on that. This was just what I got at first glance. Fuck a Google. I will really find out about you. There's a lot of people in the NBA who don't like you. I know people in the NBA. I grew up playing basketball. I know people that have got drafted. I'm still cool to this day. I'll get your tea one way or another. Okay? Tread lightly on that one. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But I do want the people to know that he is an alleged woman beater. Kendrick Perkins, Kendrick Lamar. It seems like the Kendricks can't keep their hands off the woman. It seems like if your name is Kendrick, you like to beat on women. Now, let's pull this up too. Because the people say you're out here robbing the high school and college players. Just type in the word predatory. Kendrick Perkins co-founds potentially predatory nail company. Kendrick Perkins and Wall Street veteran Chris Ricciardi have co-founded a new nail company called Nilly, according to ESPN's Dan Murphy. Financial experts are referring to Nilly's business model as predatory, adding to the already crowded field of predatory acts in the nail space. Nilly's overall business model appears simple and similar to venture capital. They offer upfront lump sum payments to athletes in exchange for a specified percentage of future NIL income. The payments range from $25,000 to hundreds of thousands, and Nilly's percentage of earnings range from 10 to 50%. The money now in exchange for the highest interest later. So, this is basically like high interest rate loans that they are passing off to young kids who are not that educated in finance. Hey, we'll give you $50,000 today, help you, put you in a car, maybe help you get an apartment. Then if you get drafted to a professional league and you make $50 million, we get $30 million from that because we gave you this $50,000. I'm not saying that's exactly what it is, but oh, damn, I wasn't even showing you the tab. Boom. This is what we're looking at right here. This is what we're looking at. From Forbes. This is from Forbes. This is Forbes calling Kendrick Perkins' company predatory. Now, like I told you, I'll keep it copacetic for that. I said what I said. You challenged a whole entire fan base, which I'm a part of. And not only did you do that, you came at Nicki, but you challenged the whole fan base. So then that means you involved us in it. Don't do that. You will be trending, but for all the wrong reasons. I'll have your company be investigated, nigga. That's all I'm gonna say. Like that's all I'm gonna say about the Kendrick shit. It's getting late. We've been on live for a while. You know what I'm saying? Watch your mouth. I'm being really nice because you brought her name up uncalled for, unprovoked, and you know what I'm saying? It wasn't you didn't violate too much, but what you said was still disrespectful. Don't let it happen again. And just for the people who don't know, I'll show them what he said. Because, you know, just me doing my job. I got to present the people what's going on. This nigga hasn't trended since ever in my lifetime. But I promise you the nigga was trending a bit today because he had Nicki's name in his dick suckers.
Earthquake. Yep, we're having an earthquake.
Look at the Barb's already on his ass.
First round exit. Okay, listen. I was looking for the Warriors. I'm thinking that they're gonna go out there and, you know, go get a Beyonce or Taylor Swift. They end up getting a Nicki Minaj, and that's okay.
Whoa, you about to?
That's just. Hey, listen, but that's not.
Whoa.
But that's
boy.
not. But that's
the Barbie's gonna get you, boy. The Barb's gonna get you, boy.
Ain't hard to find. Listen.
You're not hard to find, and that's why I'm trying to tell you to tread lightly. You're not. Nigga, you're not LeBron. You're not KD. You're not one of them niggas. I will really chop you up. And I don't mean chop you up figuratively. I mean, like, I'll hurt your feelings on this internet. I'll do what I do. Media. Real bad. Be nice. You're not that important. But listen. Off of what he said alone. Nicki Minaj is number one in her field and has been from the first time she's come out. Beyonce is not the number one singer. She's not the number one selling R&B singer. She's not none of that. So to make a statement and come out and say, I thought they would get a Beyonce or a Taylor, but they ended up with a Nicki, whoever and whatever you were comparing, because I didn't really get into it. You must have meant it in reverse, because if they have them a Nicki Minaj, then that means they have what they need to win a championship. That means they have what they need to make a franchise money. That means they have a winner. That means they have the most winningest nigga of all time on their team. Taylor Swift is not more talented than Nicki Minaj. So if we're talking about skill, which is basketball skill required, Taylor is not more talented than Nicki in any way. She does not even sing better than Nicki, who's not a singer. She don't write better than Nicki because her lyrics aren't complex or as deep or as difficult to write. Beyonce can't pick up a pen and write, let alone read. She's illiterate. So what exactly were you implying by that? Nicki Minaj's last album has charted longer than Beyonce's. Queen album sold more than Jay-Z and Beyonce's collaboration album. And Nicki Minaj has been shitting on Beyonce all year. When Nicki Minaj and Beyonce went head-to-head for Say So and Savage, Say So won the sales battle and went number one. And this is what I mean when I say, like, I really would like you uneducated, fat, grizzly, Smokey the Bear looking ass bitch. You big, out of breath, hefty, big, double D, titty having ass bitch. Mind your business and keep her name out your mouth. And the next time you want to do something like that, nigga, don't. Bitches are slow, so we give them a pass. You get this one. Next time, I bet you I get under your skin. It ain't hard. So, yeah. That's all I got. That's all I really want to talk about. There's other shit I want to talk about, but it's getting late. I came on live later today because I was out getting food and it's New Music Friday. What am I doing? We have new music to get into. Hold on. We're not going anywhere, people. It is New Music Friday. I need a soundboard. People, I will be adding a soundboard next live, just like I added the intro to this live, and I have the background visuals up with me speaking. The next two added components will be a soundboard and then my face. We'll have a visual with my face. I will be doing my face. My hair is not done, so I damn sure wasn't getting on this motherfucking camera today. I'm going to get that shit done on Sunday, and I don't know if I want box braids or 2-strand twists, but I have a lot of hair. I only have hair on top of my head, and it goes all the way down to my neck. That shit's very long. And it's not even my whole head of hair. It's just half my hair. Still a lot. But it's New Music Friday. Natalie Nunn taps Nicki Minaj sister for that song. Wow. Kanye West videos. I just got on Instagram and I'm scrolling. I'm seeing the things that's on my news feed. It's New Music Friday. Just so I don't have dead air on the screen. Instead of doing it from my phone, let me see if we could pull up what is going to be released tonight. New Music Friday. Who has the list of music that is coming out today? New Music Friday. Nardo Wick, Hold Off EP, Tiger and SFW, 2 Chainz, Life is Beautiful. These are the projects. New music, we have Lil Wayne, Tweaker Remix, I Don't Know, and Denzel Curry, SU, Key Glock, 3AM in Tokyo, Lisa, Doja Cat, and Ray, Born Again, Cardi B, Toot It Up, Rima, Baby, Jivian, 20s. We'll give all the new music. We'll give all the new music a little taste. You understand? But before I go get into the new music, then what snacks did I buy myself? I went to the store earlier. By the way, when I say snacks, I really mean fruit because that's all I'm snacking on. Gosh, I miss my snacks, but I am really in that mode right now where I'm locked in on the gym. And it's a mental thing because I really just want to dig into a bag of chips so bad, man. But I can't. I've been doing very good for the last 2 weeks. I'm on a 60 to 90 day thing where I'm getting my head right because I got my heart broke. And I'm trying to get my mind right. And part of getting my mind right is getting my body right so I can think clear. And it's been going swimmingly. If I can't tell, if you've been here with me from the beginning of the stream, like I can tell I'm in a very great mood, better than I've been for like the last 2 months. So, I'm not coming up off that because my mind is getting right as my body gets more right. My dumb ass. Let's keep the New Music Friday post up so we see the songs that we have to listen to. We're going to start with Wayne and LaMelo. The albums, these projects, it's late. We'll get into some of it. Let me close some of these tabs I got up because now all we focused on is New Music Friday. We're going to go to YouTube and I use Tidal on when I use Apple Music on my phone. When I'm on my laptop, I use Tidal because I don't know if I could pull. Can you pull Apple Music up? I don't have a Mac. I don't know, but I use Tidal when I'm on my laptop, and I use Spotify when I'm on Stationhead. I have all three, and I pay for all three of them, and they do be taking my money. Let's get into LaMelo and Wayne. I feel like y'all hyped up this LaMelo song. It's not even LaMelo. It's LiAngelo. I'm sorry. Wrong brother. This nigga's going by Jello. Nigga, we know your name. No one's ever gonna call you Jello. He's really, I guess that's his rap name, I guess. Yeah, people, it's New Music Friday. Get into it. Get into it. Oh, damn. I'm gonna have to drop YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. You can't get New Music Friday. Yeah, I know how that goes. Bye-bye, YouTube. Before we get into New Music Friday, let me play the outro for the YouTube for the folks over at YouTube. YouTube gets the outro. It was nice. It was nice fucking with you, YouTube. We're not monetized yet over there, so I'm cussing. It was great. Let's get into the outro.
Oh, wait, where's Keith? Is Keith around?
Damn. So from
Shout out to Keith for breaking it down.
Look,
It's not just me. I'm what the culture feeling.
Maybe Queez been on their ass, so they don't want to say nothing that Queez can run to Twitter with.
Hey, what?
Do your research. Go ask Keith.
Because shout out to Queez. Queez has some
He's
good
good.
tea, and it's TBT and 10. So,
He's good.
It's not the it factor. It's the culture factor. The way that it's just being delivered, the way that it's said.
Okay, see.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
And before we log off on YouTube, first of all, I just want to say thank you for everybody that supports me on any platform. Twitter's our biggest one. We're building Twitter, and Twitch goes crazy too. Twitter, TikTok, TikTok, YouTube, we're working on Instagram. It may come one day. Snapchat pays the most. Fuck that. Outside of all the money and all of the shit, other people that just like fuck with me because they fuck with my morals, my integrity, how I give it up, me being unbiased, things like that, and people that just fuck with me for me. I thank y'all. Thank y'all for everybody that supports me. Thank you for everybody that's always tuned in. Thank you for everybody that be rocking with the kid. I always appreciate it. I really do, like from the bottom of my heart. You know, I can give y'all my little sentimental spiel that I do at the end of every show, but I'm so sappy that y'all probably getting tired of that shit. But it's because I genuinely do be thankful for every one person that sits and listens to me. I never thought people would sit up on given days by the thousands and just sit up and listen to me talk, whether we're talking about the news or I'm just talking about my day. So I appreciate you guys a lot. And I'm going to end YouTube by saying this. Kendrick Perkins just apologized to Nicki Minaj. So let's make sure that we have that on record for the video, because I was really going to get on his ass in a way that he didn't understand. Like I was get that. And listen, this is why I told y'all how I be on everybody else's ass. I wasn't gonna get on his ass because what he said wasn't like, you feel me, he didn't call her name or did, like, you feel me, but you feel me, but Kendrick Perkins said, wish I would have known about the bars before my Nicki Minaj take. Don't charge it to my heart. My apologies. I don't want no smoke. You don't want no smoke in real life or on the internet. Leave it at that. And with that, YouTube, I'm going to sign you guys off. And then we're just over on Twitch and Twitter for New Music Friday. Kendrick Perkins, don't ever play again like that. You big fat grizzly bear looking bitch. You big fat grizzly bear looking bitch. Don't ever play. Don't ever play. Don't ever play yourself because you played yourself, you big fat oversized teddy bear looking bitch. That's all. Nicki Minaj is the queen of rap. Drake is the king of rap. Have a good day, YouTube.